Heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. Today is December 4th. I'm Judge Capper. The docket's going to start with review hearings first, so we have quite a few of those. If you're here for review, come to the table to your right. I'm going to go over your file, review your progress on what you're ordered to do. So if you think you should have been called, then don't get called. Go check in with the clerk's office. If you had a hearing another date, you won't be on the docket for the day unless you go tell them, then I'll put you on the docket for the day and get your warrant withdrawn. Call reviews.
Jeremy Alexander, Nathan Lloyd, Taylor Bryan, Corey Cordell, Jeannie Covelli, Bridget Ellis, Joseph Graham.
We just had review hearings.
All right, Bridget Ellis this year. 19,820, 18,235, 18,171, 16,133. She's at Hope Source. Okay, sounds like you're clean. I can tell that just by looking at you. But there's still stuff you're working on, is what I'm kind of reading between the lines. Is that right? You're working on your GED?
Yeah, I was basically a little aggravated because I've already took the test and I passed 3 of them. I just recently got the scores though, so, but they
you
wrote that
pass?
letter. I have one to take, math.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I think you're doing really well.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it?
Well, great.
Good. So next step, and you're looking for a job now, is that part of it? Part
Yes.
of the process?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's going to continue to be some work. It took a little while for you to get in the situation you were in. It'll take a while for you to change things, but I think you're well on your way to doing that.
Yeah.
You still owe some fines and court costs, but I know you don't have any money, right?
I did a couple days of community service I turned in.
Okay, that's good. That'll work. Keep doing what you're doing. And over the next month, what's the plan?
Basically just to take that test, probably get enrolled in school and find a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I support that. That sounds like a good plan. Okay, so we just need another date to come back for further review. Let's make it January the 16th. Now, that'll be a Tuesday rather than a Monday because the 15th is Martin Luther King Day and court will be closed. So it'll be Tuesday, January 16th of next year at 9 a.m. for your next hearing.
Thank you.
Good work. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Your name, sir?
Joseph Graham.
Your Honor, he is compliant with his outpatient services at OVP in Huntington currently. He's also been providing me with his meeting sheets with the meetings he's been attending, and he's attended plenty of those, so he's doing great.
Okay, very good. he has a small amount of fines and costs to pay, but you still have something to pay. Can you pay anything on that?
I could pay Friday.
Okay. Keep working on your counseling. Set your next hearing for January 12th. 9 o'clock, January 12th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Corey, and I think Corey Cordell is in here. Corey Cordell for the second time left treatment.
Yep, we got him out. The 23rd, he had Thanksgiving dinner, and then he left.
Okay. There'll be a warrant issued for his arrest.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And that should be issued today.
Issue it today?
Yes, please. This is his second chance. So he doesn't get a week. He should get it issued today. Jeremy Alexander, 21/1967. Has paid all his fines, didn't do all his community service, so,
Your Honor, he wasn't here on the day that he was ordered to be here either.
okay. He gets a warrant for not appearing today. We're doing his community service. Nathan Boyd.
Your Honor, Mr. Boyd is in Florida working right now.
Okay, is he
He
working?
yeah, he's working.
I mean, is he doing, I guess I should say it this way, is he,
He's not with our agency. I just told him I would let you know he's working.
okay. All right, well, he's got 7 days before a warrant will issue.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And that's on case number 21-331, 20-2434, Nathan Boyd. Taylor Bryan, 23-112, 2412. It's been called for, didn't appear. There actually was a bond posted that's been quite a while ago. So, I'll issue a warrant for failure to appear. Jeannie Cabell. She usually comes. 02-4667. Has failed to appear, has not finished her case, so it'll be a benchmark.
Joshua Kleiber, Stephanie Romans, Timothy Salmons, Danella Smith, Gretchen Smith, Justin Stapleton.
Okay. Josh Kleiber is here, 2015-41.
Your Honor, I had this brought to me this morning, and I did not accept it until it is verified.
All right, so
I
Mr.
called-
Cooper will check that out to see if it's valid.
I called them, they're supposed to be faxing you a copy right now.
Is that from,
Chamber of Commerce down here, where they done the
I know
Christmas tree
Shirley
festival.
Dyer is, so.
Yeah, Shirley's the one supposed to be faxing it.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. That would finish you up if it's,
Yeah,
if we give you credit. I'll set another hearing for January the 19th. If it clears that it was valid hours, then you don't have to come back. Just
Okay.
check in with Mr. Major or Mr. Cooper.
I'll
They
give them a
you
call.
credit for it, then you're completed.
that'll work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephanie Romans is here. Case number 17-3010. And 171080, she's at Bethesda.
Yes.
Okay, sounds like a very good report. You're doing well and actually helping other people, so
Yeah,
very good.
thank you.
Okay, one case I'll consider completed, 171080 is completed. And now 173010, you still have some community service and comments.
Yes,
Okay, so let's get that done.
okay.
I'll give you another review hearing date of January 16th.
Thank you.
Thank you, good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
January 16th, 9 o'clock. Timothy Salmon.
Yes, sir.
23-193.
I was going to see if there's any way possible on the DUI class. I will have the money of tax season, like towards the end of next month, to do that and pay the rest of the $200 some dollar fine I think I owe.
Okay, you must have another file that I don't have. Can you show me his file, Timothy Salmon's? Salmons.
Found him here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have, do you have that file over there? Because I don't have it.
I don't. He has,
That 16 case.
do you have the 23?
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I've got it in front of me. I don't have the 16 case number.
Okay, that one's fair.
16-2049. Okay, just have a seat. We're one file missing.
Okay.
In your case, so we'll get it pulled. And this is Justin Stapleton?
It is, Your Honor.
22-1021, 21-695. And he's in custody.
Because he was turning in some community service from the school that we have, he's been to school before, or for a while, and he became very disrespectful. So he
Okay.
ended up being put in custody.
All right.
Actually,
Well, maybe we need to think about it then. I'll call him out later in the docket. Back into holding cell. Donnell Smith, 16-3387. Donnell Smith has been called for, did not appear. Will be a warrant issued for failure to appear. Gretchen Smith, 22-1661. Gretchen Smith has been called for, has not appeared, is not finished. The event warrant issued. All right, Mr. Salmons, you can come back up. I've got both your files in there. So 16-2049. Excuse me. 23-193. Excuse me, 23-193 is the other file. Okay, so the 16 case, you still have to do the driver intervention program, right? That's what you were supposed to tell me about.
Yes, sir.
And what, tell me,
If it's whenever possible, I was going to do that like next month when I got my taxes, because I'll have the money for sure then no
okay,
pay.
you'll have to do it in Scioto County or another county.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to, what's this about.
Because there isn't a program here in Orange County any longer. Do you have any payment on your fines today?
Yeah, I was going to pay that $200 some, I think it is, off next month too.
Okay, you still have some community service on your new case, that's got to get done.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
So I need a commitment from when you can come out for community service. Give me a date.
Monday, like next Monday, because I was working till like 4 in the morning, then going back at like 11.
Okay, so you'll be here on the 11th for community service. I'll set your next review hearing January 16th, that's a Tuesday.
At 9
January
o'clock.
16th, 9 o'clock will be your next hearing.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Sure. Okay. All right, and we've got our visitors from Children's Hospital today, so if you want to come forward and tell us about your program. The department from Children's Hospital of Columbus is doing a research project that is going to be statewide. It's not just this court, but if you want to participate, you get paid to do so. And I don't know one way or the other whether you do it or not. They're not going to report to me, but it will just, the data you give them just goes in to be considered statewide, not reported to me. So if you do it, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. And you won't have any repercussions either way from this court if you have a case here. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself and tell them about your program.
Thank you, Judge Capper. My name is Zara. I'm here from Nationwide Children's Hospital. We're working on, as Judge Capper mentioned, an ongoing research study with courts all over the state of Ohio focused on overdose prevention. So we're looking for people with a past history of substance use who are involved in this court in some capacity and might be interested in answering some surveys. It would only take about 20-25 minutes of your time today, and you get paid $25 if you choose to enroll today. Subsequently, you would receive surveys to your phone or email. It is completely voluntary, confidential. As Judge Capper mentioned, we don't share your information with law enforcement. It will not be pertaining to your case, nothing of that nature. We're just looking at different strategies to prevent overdoses, and it is paid, as I mentioned. So every single subsequent survey that you receive is also paid. You have the potential to earn up to $320 if you were to complete all the surveys. If you're interested, you don't have to commit or anything like that, but I will be here until about 12, and I'll just be in the little office that's by the holding cell. You just go down this hallway. So feel free to just come in if you're interested or you know somebody who might be interested. But that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So if you're interested in doing that, you can go out into the lobby. There's a hallway that goes around this side of the building toward the back, and there's a little office back there where you can meet with her, and it'll be totally confidential. I won't know if you did it or didn't do it, and she won't report to me what you say. So it's being used, as I understand this, they're collecting this data from all over the state to try to come up with strategies to reduce, what's a terrible overdose problem in our state. So thank you for your work.
Jeffrey Trout, Robert Flowers Jr., Melissa Weaver, Chancey Wise, Shannon Lewis.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, and you are, because your name is not on the on your screen. What is your name? Chancey Lewis? You're Shannon Lewis?
No, right here, right.
You're Shannon Lewis, okay. The lady that's on Zoom, what's your name?
Melissa Weaver.
Okay, Melissa Weaver. Let's go ahead and get you done. Melissa Weaver is case number 16490 and 10251.
I paid $20 on my fines yesterday, Judge.
Okay, you did get credit for that. It's already in the file.
Thank you.
Okay, and you finished your community service.
Yes.
All right, I'll set your next hearing for January the 16th also. That's a Tuesday at 9 a.m. Once you've paid these off, you can quit attending these hearings.
I'm going to start paying more after Christmas, Your Honor.
Okay, January 16th at 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Jeffrey Trout. 21602, 21900, Jeffrey Trout. Actually, 21602 is completed. 21900 is not completed. So there'll be a warrant issued on it for failure to appear. Robert Byers. Case number 222120. Okay, so it sounds like you're still working together on some things.
Yes. Trying to make sure everything's straight before I leave.
Okay, I've still shown you got 4 hours of community service left to do?
Your Honor, if I may, he turned that in this morning.
Okay. And do you have a payment on your fines today?
No, I had to get online. I've got $25 I can pay on it.
Okay. You're gonna pay that at the clerk, or did you say you were paying it online?
I had to pay it online.
All right, do so. Your next hearing will be, and you're working now?
Yeah.
Mondays or Fridays?
Mondays is my day, normal day off.
Okay. I'll set it for January 8th. That's a Monday.
Your Honor, does it show how much he owes for fines? Do you have?
Yes. I'm showing $455.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Chancey Wise, 22443 is here.
Your Honor, if I may, she turned in 80 hours of community service this morning.
Okay, very good. Do you have a payment on your fine?
Yes, so I'm paying $100.
Okay, go see the clerk to make that payment. I will set next month's hearing for January 5th. January 5th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shannon Lewis, 23427.
I got my paperwork from Star. That's the paperwork from Star.
And you finished the Star, did you go to Star?
Yeah, just the paperwork.
Okay, just the paperwork from it. Are you still under supervision of common police court at all? or-
Yeah.
Okay. And they're requiring you to get a Bethesda also?
Yeah, well, not really, just you, but I was going there anyways.
Okay.
Just till I got my ducks in a row. I have a question. The state of Ohio, sent me a paper to get a work permit to drive back towards the work. They said I had to have the interlock or whatever. Would I have to go through you? Or? So I get my license back in April, but.
Your suspension is through April of 2024.
Yeah.
And this was a second offense, so that makes it harder to get driving privileges.
Yeah, they said I had to have that breathalyzer or something put in the interlock.
On a second offense, you have to have the ignition interlock system installed.
I didn't know if I had to go through you or.
We can point you to the right place to get it. Let's see. Yeah, it was an alcohol-related offense, so it is required. See Mr. Major, he's got the contact information for the, we don't install it or anything like that. They can contact them.
I talked to him, he told me try a couple
And
places.
if you get that put on, then I'll give you driving.
Okay.
I'll give you a driving permit. You'll need to come back after it's installed, then I'll give you a permit to drive.
All right.
You got community service to do too, you need to work on that.
Do you, the Iron Food Pantry, if I go there?
That would be fine.
Will that work? Okay.
All All right, and are you working now, or?
Yep. Huntington City Mission.
Okay. So are they flexible on when you can come?
Yeah, I work midnights, 12 to 8.
All right, January 16th, that's a Tuesday,
All right.
9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm gonna make a payment, $40 payment.
Okay, see you clerk.
All right.
Okay, we have some arraignments now to do. Arraignments are new cases or an old case where you missed a hearing and there's a warrant issue. If you're here for that, we're going to call your name. The bailiff will come up to the table to the right when your name is called. I'll go over the charge with you. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. If you choose, though, to make statements, what you say is all being recorded. You know, what I'm saying, what you say, is going to go down on the record. So it can be used against you if you get up and admit something about your case that helps the prosecutor. He can use that as an admission. So be careful about what you say. And you don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. You waive all those rights if you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea. So unless you understand what's happening and realize what the consequences are, you should not enter a guilty or no contest plea. Or if you want to talk to a lawyer, or if you want a trial on your case, you need to enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty is the safest plea you can enter. It preserves all those rights I just explained to you. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus David L. Fetty, case number TRD 23-1776.
You're David Fetty?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Fetty, it's alleged on November 28th at 4:45 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving with a license that had not been reinstated.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, you're going to catch a break on this on a technicality. It's not going to fix your license problem. I'm going to dismiss this because they cited you into the wrong court. You should have been cited into the traffic court. They cited you into the criminal court. So your case is going to be dismissed. But as I said, you need to fix your license.
I'm working on that, Your Honor.
Okay.
It took me years and I'm really working on it.
Get in touch with the BMV because they're saying,
Yeah, I gotta set up an appointment to take the driver's test and everything. I do got the insurance on it.
apparently you're not under suspension anymore, but you don't have a license either, so.
Right.
You need to take care of that. I'm going to dismiss it because you should have been cited into the traffic court, not to the criminal court, so your case is dismissed.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Carla J. Parson, case number PRD 23-1765, A and B. Parson.
Hey, ma'am, are you Carla Parsons?
Yes, sir.
Case number 23-1765. This is alleging that on November 20th at 8:20 p.m. in the village of South Point, you were driving a vehicle with a license that had been suspended, or you didn't have one time, and then that you failed to reinstate. So, this is the same as the last case. They cited you into the criminal court, not the traffic court. So I'm going to dismiss it, but it doesn't fix your, it says you have expired tags and your license needs to be reinstated.
Yes, sir.
So that doesn't fix that, it just says I'm dismissing it because the trooper messed up and cited you to come to the wrong court. So,
Okay.
go ahead and get it fixed, because you're subject, if you get another ticket and they cite you to the right court, then you may have to pay a fine or suffer some other consequences. But I'm dismissing it because you were cited into the wrong court.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christy Browning, case number CRB 19-171 A and B, CRB 19-171. Christy Browning. Christy Browning.
All right, ma'am, are you Christy Browning?
Yes.
Ms. Browning, this is a pretty old case, it looks like. You had a review hearing in August of 2020 that you failed to appear for.
Yes.
19-171 was a theft offense. 18-13-18 was a theft offense. And both were set, looks like, in actually July 3rd, I think, of 2020.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, and she is currently a patient at our inpatient office at the recovery center, so she had informed me that she had a warrant here, so I told her to come down today and we would get it taken care of.
Okay.
She's due to discharge on the 12th, and she's going to be going to Huntington Transitional Living for sober living, so she's doing everything that she needs to do.
All right, so she's making up for past
Yes.
issues and taking care of it. So I applaud that, applaud your trying to get into recovery. So you doing this on your own, or were you forward to do it, or just doing it on your own?
No.
Okay, I'll withdraw the warrants that had been issued for your non-appearance. And I'll just give you, the way this works, and if you remember, I'll set review hearings. Work on this, getting it done. I'll work with you, because I know you probably don't have any money right now. You can do some community service once you get some time to do it, and you get $50 a day credit for every day you do community service towards your fund. And it looks like that's all you had. You didn't have any community service. I did have.
Your Honor, what's her name? Christy Canterbury?
Yes. Canterbury. Yeah, it's was filed under. One's under Browning, one's under Canterbury. So you had been at Lawrence County Recovery one time back in 2020.
Yes.
Okay, so I had ordered treatment in this 18 case. So I need a report then. So she had been ordered to do treatment through this court.
Okay.
And that, she had a report from Lawrence County Recovery at one time. Obviously, she never finished everything. So let's get her. So I'm gonna. It's good that you're doing this. So you're not really doing it on your own. You were court ordered to do it at one time.
court
So you
ordered.
still need to complete that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next hearing will be January 12th. I'm making a note that we'll get a report from OVP then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get that to you, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I'll withdraw the warrant.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Luke M. Nance, case number TRD 23-230 A and B, TRD 20-2216. Luke Nance.
So are you Luke M. Nance?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nance, you've got a charge alleging that, it's case number 23-230 A and B, March the 9th of 2023, you were operating a vehicle in Union Township under a suspended license. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine, and that you were driving 80 miles an hour in a 55 zone. That's a minor misdemeanor speeding offense, maximum penalty is $150 fine. Then there's case number 2216. That was a case that apparently was set for a sentencing hearing on December 22nd of 2020. And so as you didn't appear, that was also on a driving under suspension. You were given some time to try to get your license back, and it's alleged you didn't appear at that hearing and got a warrant issued because of it. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, I do, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to these charges?
No contest.
No contest means you're not fighting the charges, you're not admitting they're true, but you're not fighting it either, and you agree that you can be found guilty if I believe, after I read what the state says it has as evidence, if I think that's legally enough for a conviction, you agree I can find you guilty without having a trial, without having a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to the oldest case, the 2216 case. That happened allegedly October 25th of 2020 in Union Township. Was an OSP officer Stumps wrote, I was stationary patrol, State Route 775 at milepost 1. I checked a red Chevrolet pickup truck traveling above the posted speed limit. I initiated a traffic stop. I found the driver to be under suspension, and the passenger had a warrant. The driver was given a warning for his speed and issued a citation for driving under suspension. The passenger was transported to Lawrence County Jail on her warrant. A valid driver came to the scene, picked up the driver and his vehicle. Do you want to say anything in response to that?
On that, yeah, I come here twice, but the corona was going on, and you all didn't have court that day, and the day I was supposed to appear, I called in, and because I was sick, and they told me to bring a paper of the corona, you know, like I had it, but I just went through like the CVS parking lot, and that's how that got issued there. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, then I guess when you got this second one, you got arrested because there was an outstanding warrant, and you posted a bond through Mr. Sowers.
Yes.
What about well, apparently then your license still isn't reinstated.
I guess after all this, I'm gonna get them reinstated.
But it would be a good idea.
Yes.
Especially if you're gonna drive 80 miles an hour, you might wanna have might be not a good idea to drive 80 miles an hour, and especially not a good idea to drive 80 miles an hour in a 55 if you have a suspended license. I'm just speculating. That might not be a good idea. Okay. So on this one from 2020, okay, so I'm going to have to give you, I'll give you a heftier fine and some community service, more than what you would have got, because you didn't come to court, back to court when you were supposed to. So I could see missing a little bit for, you know, during COVID, there was a lot of controversy in courts closing and everything, but eventually they opened up. You needed to come back and say, I know I got a case here. They just don't disappear. They don't go away magically. They stay there. You had a warrant all that time. So I'm going to impose a $250 fine, order you to pay the court costs. I'll give you 10 days in jail, and I'll suspend all of it on the condition that you do 5 days of community service. And we have a community service program here at the court. You can do it any day but Sunday. Well, actually, you can do Sundays now. What did you say, the dog pound? So you can do community service any day. But here at the court, you can do it Monday through Saturday. If you need to do it on Sundays, you can do it at the dog pound down in Ironton. And we have other places you can do community service. But you'll coordinate that with your probation.
Right.
So 2 years of level 4 probation, set his review hearing for June the 3rd of next year. So if you get everything done before June 3rd, you don't have to worry about it. You don't even have to come back to court. But if you don't have things done by June 3rd, you got to come to court, explain why, and that's when you'll start coming pretty much on a monthly basis after that. If you miss a hearing, you get a warrant again for missing. That's all I can do, is have a warrant issued for you.
Thank you.
So, now, we're going to deal with this waiter's case too. So that, I think, wraps up 2022-16. Okay, so now we're at 23-230, A and B. And how do you plead to that charge?
No contest, sir.
Okay. So I'll read what the officer said on it. This was a Trooper Webb against Ohio State Highway Patrol. He says he checked his radar, calibrated at 0540. This was 0747, so it was in the morning. The defendant was traveling north on State Route 7. Speed was checked at 80 miles an hour. He stated he was running late for work. When I asked, he stated that his license was suspended. Computer check showed suspension. He was cited and released to his mother. They did have you post a bond too, right? You
Yes, sir.
posted a bond or-
Yes, y'all posted the bond.
Okay, anything you want to tell me about this? This one just happened, well, this happened in March, you still, okay, that's what happened. So they didn't arrest you then, they cut you another break, I don't know why, but they did. You should have been taken to jail then because you had a warrant outstanding. And then when you didn't show up, then that's when you got the warrant, and because you were cited to come in March 14th, apparently didn't, and got a warrant, and then you got arrested recently?
I didn't know I had, I mean,
Then you just post a bond with the
yes,
salary?
yes, I did,
On
yes.
December 1st?
Yes.
Well, how did it come about that you got arrested?
I was just, I was in a passenger side and we got pulled over.
Somebody else got pulled over,
Yes.
driving, they checked your ID, found you had a warrant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
I posted a bond.
Went to the Hooscow, had to post a bond to get out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, anything you want to tell me about this case of that happened in March of this year, March 9th?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll make a finding of guilty on his no contest plea. Again, you still didn't come to court when you're supposed to, so this time I'm going to make a $300 fine on the driving under suspension. 10 days in jail suspended, and I'm going to make it 40 hours of community service. 40 hours of community service. You've got a total of 70 hours between the two cases. Review hearing June 3rd at 9 a.m. And then on the speeding offense, I'm going to give you a $100 fine. 80 is pretty unreasonable speed to be driving on US 52. All right, you're going to go check in. When you leave the courtroom, when you go out in the lobby, there's your bail bondsman just came in. You go out in the lobby, make a left, go over to that side of the building, see the probation officer. And remember, what happens if you don't show up for your hearing in June and you still have stuff left to do?
Yes.
You'll be calling him again.
All right.
Come get you out of jail.
I'll take care of it, sir. Thank you.
Okay. See Mr. Major in the probation office, you're free to leave after that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Callan E. Rourke, case number TRC 23-211 A and B.
All right, this was, for some reason, didn't get called with the reviews, but it is a review for Callan Rourke. Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, I have a note that Mr. Rohr was ordered to be here on November 4th for community service. He was not here today.
Yeah, I don't see much has happened on this.
Yes, Your Honor. I have had to work every Saturday for the past like 5 weeks in a row that I was not planned on. Like, whenever last time I came in, he said that I can come in on that Saturday, and I planned on doing it, but my boss made me come in. Now,
Your boss put you in jail?
huh?
Can your boss put you in jail?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's the difference between me and your boss.
I do know that.
You're in the hands of the sheriff at this time.
Yeah.
Case number is 23211.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Charles W. Brown, case number CRB 22-413.
This is on a bond forfeiture hearing for Charles Brown. Mr. Sowers is on the bond. Mr. Sowers.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have searched multiple locations for Mr. Brown. I know his girlfriend is in rehab right now, and so he's out just running around. I've not found him yet, but I'd ask for a 30-day extension, and so I can continue my efforts.
All right, I'll continue this, another bond forfeiture hearing for January 5th next year, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Crystal Gonson, case number CRB 23604, CRD 193957 A and B.
This is also a bond forfeiture hearing on Crystal Gonson, and Mr. Sowers is on the bond.
Your Honor, I've been to her house. She looks like she still has belongings at her house, but I've talked to her a few times on the phone. She said she would be here this morning. She claims that she's living in a domestic violence shelter in Huntington now. I don't know that that's true, but I was going to give her an opportunity to see if she really truly would show up this morning, but apparently she has decided not to do that.
All right, do you want more time to try to find her?
If that
I'm really
would-
worried for her because she took a urine screen. One time she did appear in court, and she tested for a lot of dangerous substances.
Yeah, she's got a bunch of kids. She's got like four kids living with her, and supposedly they're all in this domestic violence shelter. So I guess I will now try to figure out where her domestic violence shelter is and pay that place a visit. So.
All right, I'll continue this also to January 5th for another bond forfeiture hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, we're ready to start the pretrial docket.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Anderson, case number TRC 231701 A and B. Destiny Anderson.
Judge, she called my office and also called here, says her cousin's car won't start. I would ask for a one-week continuance. That's it? Oh, okay. That looked like Destiny.
The treatment provider.
Yes.
Has she been coming to treatment?
She actually had completed with us, but we have got news about this that I left her case open until if you told us that she needed to come back.
Okay. Well, do we have a prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Destiny Anderson. She has not, this is the person that's here is from Mahajin. She was in treatment at Mahajin. Apparently has been attending sessions, but she called in and said she was having car difficulties today. Are you asking for a continuance then, Mr. Smith?
I am, Judge, based upon that. She did do what she's supposed to at Mahaj, and I would ask you, pass it for a week. Hopefully she'll get a ride or can make arrangements for a ride by then.
Any objection from the board?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, what's your dates that you're available? Probably looking, let me see, probably in January, I would say.
I am here, are we here the 2nd? Tuesday, because Monday being a holiday?
We can be, we should be, we will
Yes,
be.
we are here this Sunday.
Oh, apparently we have, I've been in mind, I have juvenile court that day. I'm here,
5th, 8th?
the 8th judge will work better for me.
All right,
It's a Monday.
January the 8th,
Yeah.
at defendant's request, the case is continued to them for a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
I'll get all over, Judge, thank you.
Please remind her at Mahaj this date.
State of Ohio versus William R. Price, case number CRA 23703, CRB 23704. William Price.
William Price is Mr. Stratton's case, set for pretrial.
Sister letter? Okay. Your Honor, as I understand it, the state has agreed that if Mr. Price would seek mental health treatment, which he has at Shawnee Mental Health, that they will dismiss this, both the felony and the misdemeanor.
Now or down the road?
Down the road is what I suspect, yes. Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, so there's an agreement to keep the case here, even though it involves a felony, and waive time constraints to allow Mr. Price to seek some treatment and be successful in that. The state's willing to dismiss it at some point. Is that-
Yes, Your Honor.
So we come back periodically to check on his progress.
Yes, and he gave me an appointment letter, but we'll have an update letter as
Well,
to
good
how.
luck with that. It's always hard. I found it hard to get information from Shawnee, but I'd like to see something verifying his treatment.
Yes, I will speak to them and get that for you.
So I'm thinking approximately a month out.
Yes.
For the next hearing. January 5th, that's a Friday.
That'll work.
All right, January 5th will be the next hearing. The on the docket is preliminary hearing and pretrial.
Can I keep this?
William R. Price.
Or do you need this? Can you make a copy of that? I still have it. Here, I'll just make a quick picture of it. There we go. All right, you good to go?
State of Ohio versus Cody Smith, case number CRB 23210, TRC 222099, A and B.
Your Honor, Mr. Smith has resolved his felony cases. Yeah.
People that have cases need to come in the courtroom.
May I approach Your Honor?
Yes.
So we have this case. I understand that your sentence is going to be prison or judicial release, correct? Yeah. Okay. So if you plead this, we'll just give you credit for the time that you served. Okay. All right. And then that'll resolve this completely. Okay. Okay. What do we? Your Honor, He is set for sentencing on January 5th, which I anticipate 3rd?
First Wednesday in January.
Okay, 3rd. On his felony cases, which is going to include some prison. So to resolve this matter, we're going to plead to the single count domestic violence and ask that he'll be given credit for that time.
Is that being negotiated in the felony case? I mean, are they aware of this case and is it being considered or?
Mr. Smith is.
You're representing?
I did, Judge, yes, he's going to be set first, I believe it's the 3rd, it's the first Wednesday. And the sentence is going to be 36 months with the JR at 2 years and a little bit of credit for time served. But I don't know if the state was involved in this case or aware of this case. But I do know he is going to be sentenced, and that was agreed upon recommendation to Judge Finley, and she said she would go along with it. So he has no trouble between now and January 3rd, which is not going to happen.
No.
Shouldn't.
What is the case in common pleas?
It was the plea was to an attempted felonious assault and a domestic, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Is it involving the same person?
Yes, it is the same victim.
And she was advised what the common plea sentence was going to be. I don't know if she was advised, but she was. They put on the record.
Our office has spoken at length with the victim.
Yes.
So she is aware this versus the common pleas court case. And what we would ask for in this case is just, if he pleads guilty today to the domestic violence, to get 30 days in jail with credit for that time served. Because as Mr. Smith is saying, he is scheduled to be sentenced on January 5th and has already scheduled to get 36 months
Yes.
as a result of that case.
Well, I want to make sure that Mr. Smith understands if he does enter a plea, I'm not trying to talk him out of it, but these have consequences down the road. If he gives an additional charge or conviction, you're going to be facing more stiff penalties because these become progressive. The more of these you have, the higher the penalty becomes. So that's a consequence. If you do this today, that can happen once you get out. If you get another one, you're going to be facing a much stiffer penalty than you would otherwise. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
Okay, you still willing to enter a guilty plea to this domestic
Yes, Your Honor.
violence charge? Okay. And the recommended sentence was 30 days suspended?
30 days with credit for 30 days served.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me, Mr. Smith, before I conclude things?
No, Your Honor.
I'll impose a $250 fine, court costs, 30 days in jail, credit for 30 days served. Protection order here is dismissed, and I assume there may be one from the common police court.
She's got a 5-year CPA. There is a 5-year CPA, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll set, and when is his other case?
It's on the 3rd.
Of January?
Yes.
So he should be in custody on the 5th?
He should be.
All right. I'm going to set a review hearing for January 5th, 24. He'd probably, I would think, still be in the Lawrence County Jail at that point, and I'll be seeing him on teleconference, and we'll discuss how we'll handle this going forward as far as him completing his sentence.
Yes, Your Honor.
January 5th will be the review hearing at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Continue with your counseling.
Oh, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Tyler M. Kemper Jr., case number CRB 23630.
Mr. Thompson's case, second pretrial, Tyler Kemper Jr.
I just filed for discovery today, Your Honor. Don't know where he is at. So apparently there was some restitution that was paid.
That is my understanding, based upon my notes. I believe restitution has been paid.
Right. So can we do 7 days and warrant? Please.
Yes, so 7 days to appear before warrant will issue.
Thank you.
Excuse me, how much was this restitution?
$17.
Okay, 31 been paid.
I don't think it was paid through the court, I don't see any notation. It must have been paid outside of the court system. So you don't have to take that over.
State of Ohio versus Stephen J. Febo, case number CRB 23700. This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Set for a call today.
Your Honor, I've spoken to the state. They've made an offer. At this point, we're not ready to come up with anything. I think it'd be worthwhile to have one more pre-trial at least. So I'm going to ask for continuance, and we would waive time constraints to make that work.
Yeah, the preference as to a date to come back.
Is Monday or Friday better for you generally? Does it matter?
Either one.
Okay. Okay. Your Honor, no, I don't have a particular preference.
We actually are, I don't have any cases set yet on January 2nd, which is a Tuesday.
I'm available.
Okay. January 2nd will be the pre-trial, 24. January 2nd, 24, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Jordan M. Bartram, case number TRC 2316.
Yeah, you're done for today. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jordan Bartram.
Jordan Bartram.
I believe his counsel, I don't know if he's still here, is resetting it for a later date, and he may have done
It's not up
that.
to him to reset.
He's still here, never mind.
Yes. I don't agree to the 18th, I'm not.
Yeah, we heard, we understand.
Judge, you will recall I stood in for Matthew Lombardi at the last time, and I understand this gentleman is now representing the defendant. I would like to be withdrawn from all further
Right.
duties.
It will be noted you are relieved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so probably going to be in January sometime. What's your schedule in January?
My schedule is pretty open on Mondays, Your Honor.
January 8th?
Yes, that would be fine.
All right, I'm going to continue this. I'll change the entry to indicate January the 8th will be the next day. January 8th at 10 o'clock.
Your Honor, would the court be open to granting my client limited driving privileges in light of the continuance? It's been about 30 days since the administrative license suspension was imposed. A little bit over that, actually.
What's the state's position on it? Asking for driving privileges.
The first duty I would do.
Okay.
30-day bar suspension.
We wouldn't have any opposition to that, Your Honor.
Prepare an entry to that effect and I'll execute it.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Regina L. Hudson, case number CRB 23581, TRC 231382, A and B. Mr. Steyer's case.
And Mr. Steyer,
Regina Hudson.
and Regina Hudson.
Regina Hudson. Your Honor, I'm not sure where Mr. Steyer is.
Okay, we'll pass it. Go to another case.
State of Ohio versus Todd A. Daniels, case number CRB 23344. This is Mr. Morford's case.
Daniel set for pretrial. And we've been looking for a report from Pat.
Come back to judgment.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay, it sounds like he completed everything and got a good report. Appears to be, this is a letter, it's a little unclear, but it appears to be a letter saying that he has completed everything. It mentions discharge, so I'm assuming he has completed from that.
Sir. He's done everything.
So,
Yes, sir.
how's the state want to proceed? I had marked this with a resolution with a question mark that it might be resolved today.
He's passed, Judge Jones, he says he's clean now, Judge.
I'm also enrolled in Pathways.
And you are,
Yeah, Pathways, yeah.
and he is enrolled currently at Pathways.
How does the state want to proceed?
Well, we are looking that up quickly, if you can give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Just checking my friends and see. So, yeah, that's one.
I believe, Your Honor, the agreement was to dismiss if Mr. Daniels completed treatment and was compliant, so it appears as though he has done that, so we would ask for the charge to be dismissed at this time.
All right, case will be dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Devin Stapleton, case number CRD 23494A and B, CRA 23491.
Mr. Steyer's case set for preliminary hearing and pretrial. Devin?
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes. David is here.
What agency did you say was going to be filing?
APSI.
I'm sorry?
APSI.
APSI? That's not this, this is this one. Right. That was Florida. These are not, we just done independently that, I don't know if this is just for baby.
All right, there's been a statement of expert evaluation filed with the court, also a report from the court plant. I'm going to order both of those be filed and under seal of the court. There was a request about visitation. I don't think the court is aware of any circumstance that would require any restrictions of him having visitation with his family, so I'm not going to block that. I don't think there's anything in place that would block it.
I don't think there is, but just out of an abundance of caution.
And so what we need to do, then, it's my understanding that on this statement of evaluation, there's going to be some civil proceedings filed.
That's correct, Your Honor, and I'm not certain whether they've been filed and we're waiting for a court date, or if they're going to be filed and a court date's going to be gotten at that time. But my understanding is that we are in a process of, something's in the process of going on. I think at this point, we probably want to come back after the first of the year, and even if we don't have an absolute answer to what's going on, we'll at least have a better roadmap. So,
You're already here on the 16th, would that be a good day, I believe?
Of what day?
That's a Tuesday.
I was going to say, yeah, that didn't look right to me, but I forgot. Okay, that's why it's a Tuesday. I'm available.
All right, we'll set, and that gives enough time for these things to play out. Takes a little while to get these civil matters completed. So I'll set this for January 16th, and we'll have some more information then. January 16th at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you. Do you guys need to say talk to me further? Can you guys wait out here and I'll talk to you in just a minute? Yes. Okay, I'll come out and talk to you. What we talk about.
That's okay.
State of Ohio versus Joseph D. Whaley, case number CRB 23-419, CRB 23-521A and B, CRB 17-133, CRB 17-170. Joseph Whaley.
Set for pre-trial today is Mr. Stiers' case.
Your Honor, I'm not seeing Mr. Whaley here today.
These were all, looks like recognizance bonds issued on that, so there'll be a bench warrant issued in 7 days to be able to appear in that time frame.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Treva L. Click, case number CRB 23677. Treva Click.
It's Trevor, Your Honor.
Trevor Click.
Your Honor, based on pretrial negotiations, I believe we have a recommended conclusion for this case. In exchange for a guilty plea, the state has agreed to recommend 10 days in jail suspended, $100 fine, 30 hours community service, court costs, in order to stay out of Walmart, and probation at the court's discretion. And were the court to approve that, we would enter a guilty plea.
Well, that's what you meant to say. You can't make a provisional on the court's acceptance.
Sure.
So he's entering the plea, and then
yes,
the court may or may not follow the recommendation of the state on the sentencing. Yeah, and he understands that.
Right. Yeah, he understands that.
All right, Mr. Quick, you agree that you wish to change your plea to guilty as to this theft test?
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to tell me? Okay. My standard policy on these, because I get so many dirty screens, is I'm going to have you go do a urine screen. Then after I get the screen back, then I'll decide what the sentence should be. So go to the probation office, submit a urine screen, come back for sentencing after we get the results.
Okay, just call this guy right here.
State of Ohio versus Randy Felix, case number CRB 23641.
Mr. Smith's case. Set for pretrial.
Yeah. Your Honor, I had discussions actually with Mr. Hill, and there's some notes in Ms. Waldo's file that this could be set out for a 90-day continuance. And part of the issue is he would have to get anger management. I'm assuming there's a provider that can do that. And he's reached, I think he, would you get OBP, and they could do it, or?
Yeah, they did.
He went to OVP, and I guess they advised they couldn't do it, so we'd like to find a treatment provider so he can comply with that when we come back in 90 days. Do you have insurance or?
What's your pay source? Do you have a way of paying for medical care?
He has insurance, Judge. Through his work.
Health insurance?
Yes, health insurance. Sometimes that's a detriment if you have health insurance. I don't know why, but.
Well, I thought OVP did anger management. Is Mr. Mint still here? Mr. Mint from OVP here, please.
Okay. She's usually here. He thinks that who he might have spoken to, that they couldn't do the anger management. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Mr. Mint, does OVP not offer anger management counseling?
I don't think that we do.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to do it, he just couldn't do it there.
It was an assessment.
Well, probably the options are going to be Valley Health, I would think. They may offer it, and they, you know who your provider is, health insurance?
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay, Mahajan. Okay, I want you to speak with the representative from Mahajan. Let's get that scheduled and come back January sometime, Mr. Smith.
I'm here on the 8th, Judge, without looking. I know I'm here the 8th in a month.
January the 8th will be the next hearing. 10 o'clock. Okay, we got some hearings to do at the jail, but we're going to do by teleconference. Hopefully they're ready for it.
State of Ohio versus Carla Eldridge at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 23724. Destiny Gerald is on deck.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
While we're waiting on the jail, we'll do some in-person hearings.
State of Ohio versus William T. Green, case number CRB 23686, CRB 23692, PRC 231715, A, B, and C.
All right, and I see Ms. Eldred will be with you in just a moment. I'm doing a hearing here in the court, and then we'll come to the jail. And sir, you're William Green?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Green, you've got some charges filed. Number 23692 alleges that on November the 11th of this year in Perry Township, without the right to do so, they purposely prevented, obstructed, or delayed a public official on an authorized act. That's obstructing official business. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Have you received a copy of the charge?
No, sir.
And you're also charged in TRC 231715 that on November the 11th at 3:04 a.m. you were operating a vehicle while being under the influence of alcohol and took a breath test and tested 084 on the breath test. It's alleged to be your first offense. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 3 days imprisonment, $375 fine, 6-month license suspension. You're also charged with driving with a license that had been expired for more than 6 months. So that's driving without a license. It's a unclassified misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 500 hours community service, $1,000 fine. And then the last charge is speeding, driving. It's alleged you were driving 70 in a 55 zone. That's not a jailable offense. Maximum penalty is $150 fine.
Your Honor, I had my license, I had a paper copy that I had given him that I keep in my, up above me, my visor thing, but, I have my license, I have a hard copy of my license, and my license has been valid for the longest. I've been through court and everything down here in Charleston, getting my license reinstated and everything, so,
Okay, I'll take that as a not guilty plea. How do you plead to the other charges?
Guilty.
Well, the others are much more serious. The OBI is the most serious charge. You might be advised to seek counsel.
Yeah, let me do that then.
Your Honor, how many charges does he have?
He's got 4 total.
Okay, I have CRB 23686, TRC 231715, CRB 23692. What's the?
I don't have a 692.
No?
What is it?
Is,
Well, in fact, that 686 is possession of marijuana. I didn't know. You've got, okay, I need a copy of that one you gave me, and a copy of the file. The one you served them.
when they brought it out for me, I would have the TRC.
Is there 2 copies there?
This is 692.
692, okay.
No, it's just one copy.
Okay, we'll need to make a copy of them. Okay, I didn't arraign you on, you have another case, 23686 is possession of marijuana. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. And that was on the ticket, so you should have a charge of that, or a copy of that. Do you have the right to hire a lawyer, Mr. Green?
They gave me a release pink piece of paper, but I don't remember getting an actual ticket for that. I had like a release form from when they released me that night, but I don't remember having an actual ticket for that.
Okay, well, there's copies in the file. You can have copies of everything that's in the file.
Okay.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
Yeah, I should be able to get one.
Okay. I would advise you to do so because the tests are very close to there's a per se level under Ohio law.
Yes.
It's 0.8.
Yes.
The state allows you to test at 0.84. So
Yes.
that's only 4/100,000 over the
Yes.
per se level. So
Yeah, so yeah, I'll get a lawyer.
how much time do you need to do that?
Can you give me at least till, I guess, after the holidays?
I'll make it
January sometime will be fine with me.
January 5th
Okay.
will be your next hearing.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be at 10 o'clock on January 5th. I'll let you sign a $1,500 signature bond.
Okay.
So what that means is you're signing a piece of paper that you promise to come to court on January 5th. If you don't show up, you get a warrant, and you have to pay $1,500 as a penalty for not showing up.
Okay, what was I saying there?
So just come to court on the 5th unless your lawyer tells you they made arrangements for a different date.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
That's it for me.
Okay, that's all.
All right, thank you.
All right, now to the jail. Carla Eldred, that's you, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake, where your case is being heard and you're being arraigned today by teleconference. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, what you say is all on the record and it could be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, if you can't afford one, to have bail, to make it state proven the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
That's fine, lawyer.
Okay.
I can't hear you very well.
Well, let me tell you what the charge is. It's alleged that there's a warrant for your arrest in Pike County. That's Waverly, is the county seat. That's where the courthouse is in Waverly, Ohio. And it says there's a warrant for you there in failure to appear. It doesn't really say what the case was about, but it does say a stolen license plate charge. So they're asking that you, and this is an old case from 2012, it looks like, they're asking that you be brought to Pike County on this charge. You have a right to have a hearing here just to make sure it's the right person. You have a right to have a hearing to make sure it's the right person. Do you want a lawyer on that, or do you want to agree to go to Pike County? Okay, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I haven't been able to hear you, they just now got it fixed.
Okay, so let me go over it again. Did you hear your rights? Want me to go over your rights with you?
I didn't hear much of anything, except for when I said when I lawyer that I don't know what's going on.
Okay, you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you do make statements, it's all recorded. It can be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. You can't afford one. To have bail, and to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, the only thing is, these charges are in Pike County, so they're not going to be proved here. The only issue before this court is whether you are Carla A. Eldred, and if there's a good reason to make you go to Pike County. That's the issue here. It's called a Rule 4 hearing, so that we don't nab somebody that's the wrong person and send them to a county where they don't have a charge pending. So you have a right to have a hearing about that here, and I can appoint a lawyer for you if you qualify. Do you want to have a hearing on whether this is you, or do you want to?
No, this is me. I mean, I don't understand the charges. I thought this was handled. I've done everything I can to find out. They told me, I called up there, I talked to lawyers, I checked the cases, I tried to get it fixed, and I thought it was handled.
Well,
I called for help because I was being harassed to the point that, and he had told there's nothing I could do about it, to the point that I just wanted to get to the law. I broke out and called for help, and I ended up here. I don't understand.
Okay. I can appoint a lawyer for you if you qualify, or if you don't want to have a lawyer here. Now, it's not going to be about whether you did or didn't do what's alleged in Pike County. It's just going to be on the issue whether I should make you go to Pike County. I will set a bond on this kind of thing. If you can post the bond, then I'll let you go turn yourself in.
That'll work.
Okay, you think you can post a bond? I'll set it. Stolen license plate is not the most serious crime of the century, so I'll set it at $1,000 bond. So if you got $1,000, you can post that with the clerk. Once you appear in Pike County, that $1,000 is released. If you can't come up with $1,000, I'll let you use a bail bondsman, and you got to pay them a fee. They guarantee the $1,000, and then if you don't show up, then they have to pay the $1,000, but they're going to be looking for you to take you into custody. So how do you want to proceed? Do you want to talk to a bail bondsman, or do you want?
Yes, please.
All right, there happens to be one sitting in the courtroom right now. So
Okay.
you're going to call her, Mr. Sowers? Is that how you want to proceed?
I will, Your Honor. I'll call the jail and they'll get her out and I can talk to her. What was her name again?
Her name is Carla Eldred. She has an address. Let's firm some things up. On the warrant, it says you live at Altizer Avenue in Huntington. Is that right?
I've been staying with my mom in Chesapeake. She's not well.
What's your mom's name?
Elaine Eldred, she's at 1113 North Huntington Heights.
North Huntington Heights, Elaine Eldred.
Eldred.
Do you have a phone number for her?
740-451-0049.
Anything else you want to know, Mr. Sowers? I'm going to let the bail bondsman call down and talk to you, and after he's done so, I'll have you back, and we'll decide if you're going to be able to post bond or how we're going to go forward.
Yeah, they'll take care of it. She has the money and everything, so you can call her, she'll take care of it.
Okay, I'll see you in a little while. Mr. Sowers will talk to you first, then I'll have you back after you've talked with him.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, as soon as this next case is over, I'll step out and.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Gerald, case number CRB 23595. Donald Sowers is on deck.
This is Mr. Steyer's case. And I believe I was told by the clerk, I think I had changed the first name, but I think the last name is misspelled too.
I'm not certain. I know there's a misspelling.
As I understand it, the correct first name is Destiny, Destaney.
Correct.
but the last name is now on the record is Jerrell. It's Jarrell. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so is there a motion to amend that last name also?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, the social security number is incorrect too. The two middle numbers are incorrect on the form as well.
Okay. Oh, 0504, is that your DOB?
Yes.
And I don't see this. Do you have a social anywhere?
No, but I hold on a minute.
I don't want to say the whole thing.
I get to two middle numbers, the ones I got mixed up in the 4-3.
The identifying information of defendant / suspect supplemental affidavit paperwork has a 27 in the middle.
Yeah, that's not right.
It's on the screen, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so it should be 4-3 in the middle too.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, we'll change it to that.
The middle.
4-3. All right, Mr. Steyer, you've had a chance to talk with her?
I have, Your Honor. First, regarding her failure to appear last Monday, she had an issue with her phone, lost her data. She reports that she called in to the clerk and asked about a court date, spelled her name out, and they said, well, we don't have anything for you, which, and so she thought maybe the case had been continued but didn't make it in. Regarding the other issue, she is employed, as we've discussed before, has a child. She would like to have an opportunity to look into outpatient treatment through OVP. She has a place to move to. She can move in with her father, who lives in Huntington on Norway Avenue, not in the apartment complex she lives in. Normally, I mean, in a situation like this, I feel like we would probably, it's unusual that someone would be picked up on a warrant before a week has passed since she's missed court. We would normally have had a chance to get her back in here. So I'm going to ask, Your Honor, that we continue this case out a brief period of time, a week or two maybe, if that's possible with the court's docket, or as soon as is possible with the court's docket. Let her take an opportunity to try to get evaluated for outpatient treatment and try to get and see if we can get some progress through outpatient treatment before we put her into an inpatient situation.
Well, here's my concern is that she previously took a screen here and tested positive for fentanyl. And
Yes.
I'm really loath to put her back out in the community taking fentanyl. I mean, that could be a death sentence.
Recognizing that, Your Honor, and I recognize the seriousness of that, but it is, I don't want to say unusual that we have clients here who have employment, but it is somewhat unusual that people are, have a job and are working. And I just hate to see that disrupted in a way that we haven't been able to bounce back from.
Well, here's.
But I would ask for I would recognize we would need a short
way I
leash.
would agree to do it, and it's going to up the ante quite a bit.
Okay.
Ankle monitor, she'd have to have an ankle monitor placed. If I was going to agree to her going to outpatient. And then, if you remove the ankle monitor, man, you're looking at going to prison. It's guaranteed that you'll go to prison. So, if you think you're going, okay, I've never had anybody yet. Everybody that I say this to says the same thing that you're about to say to me. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to remove the ankle monitor. But what's the percentage? You've seen it. You've been here.
It happens.
At least 20% of the people that I put ankle monitors on cut them off. And they've all gone to prison over it.
And they all say they won't do it. So it is one of those things where if you think you're going to be tempted to cut the ankle monitor, you're better off sitting in jail than you are going out and taking that chance.
I don't know.
Okay, now, I want to make sure, I'm going to emphasize this. I don't know if he's still there. Corey Little was in the jail.
He's still there, Your Honor.
He's still there, so he hadn't made it to prison yet. Now, I kind of lied to Corey because I had this very same talk with him and emphasized to him, Corey, you're going to get 3 years in prison if you cut the ankle monitor off. And guess what? I think he lasted 24 hours in treatment and he cut the ankle monitor off and ran. And then he got nabbed. And I lied to him because I didn't know he had other stuff. He had other stuff than just cutting the ankle monitor. He had some other stuff still pending. He got 7 years.
He hasn't been sentenced yet, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. I was told he got 7 years.
He's actually not been convicted of anything yet.
Okay. Well, he's in, let's say.
But he is at risk of 7 years.
He's in risk of getting 7 years.
Yes.
I can do it, that's no problem. I like to keep my job, I just want to keep going, and it was just an honest mistake. I tried to call him, he had his last name spelled wrong. I thought for some reason the state had just pushed it or something, that was all. It was an accident.
Okay, well. What's your medical pay source? West Virginia Medicaid?
Yes, sir.
Ms. DeMent?
What is it? I'm sorry.
Would you talk with her and do an assessment?
Yeah, I can do that.
Now, I want you to come up here and get this drug screen from November 13th. So you'll see what she didn't test just for fentanyl, she tested for other stuff too. So, now she's got 2 things that I like to work with people to help them stay outpatients because she's got a kid that's living with her.
Yeah.
And she's got a job. But she also failed to come to court. Now, she's got a reason that she says that she didn't come, which is somewhat plausible, but not.
Has she done a screen since this?
She hasn't screened since then.
Okay.
She's been in custody since Saturday because she failed to appear. Mr. Sowers went and rounded her up and took her to the jailhouse. So, I want you to talk with her, and then let's come back. The other thing that I thought of before, because he's got this kid, and I'm going to send you a text that I got from Mr. Sowers. Project Hope.
Can we have her do a screen just to see?
Yeah, we can do one at the jail. I'm assuming she hasn't got anything in jail for a couple of days, but
right.
I'm going to order her to do a screen there at the jail. And she's going to get an assessment by telephone, and then we'll come back and decide how we're going to proceed.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll come back to her later. Okay, Destiny Gerald will be recalled later in the run.
State of Ohio versus Donald Sowers, case number CRB 23725. Tracy DeMint is on deck.
Sir, are you Donald Sowers? I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court, where your case is being heard for arraignment by teleconference. You are appearing in the courtroom on a television monitor. So what you say is being recorded. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. Whatever statements you choose to make are going on the record and can be used against you. You have a right to have an attorney. Consult one before you say anything. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand these things? You're charged with a theft offense. It's alleged that on December the 3rd, in Fayette Township at the Walmart, you tried to defraud Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge? Do you understand the rights you have? How do you plead to this charge? I didn't understand what you said.
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting the charge is true. By doing that, you waive your rights to have a trial and to have a lawyer. Do you understand that? Okay, I'm going to accept your guilty plea, but before I sentence you, I'm going to order you to take a urine screen there at the jail. So I'd like to have that information before I decide what your sentence should be. So go do a urine screen. I'll have you back before me after I get the results.
State of Ohio versus Tracy L. Dement, case number TRC 22548 A, B, and C, TRC 213522 A, B, and C.
All right, this is Mr. Dement's case called up basically on a review. He's already been sentenced, but I understand he's got a case pending in common pleas.
He does, that's why I'm standing up. He was arraigned this past Wednesday. Judge Ballard gave him a $15,000 OR bond so he can get released to treatment. Of course, that would have to be okay by this court with reviewing his sentence. He's been in about 60 days now. Tracy, how long have you been in jail? 52, I'm sorry, misspoke, 52 days. But he can go to treatment per Judge Ballard's arraignment order.
Well, I think that may have changed.
Okay.
I'll see counsel in chambers to explain why.
Thank you, Judge.
Court will be in a brief recess.
Well, 7 days for a warrant.
She's had your Yes. Yeah,
Lawrence County Municipal Court is now back in session.
Let me see it. All right, we're back on the record on Tracy Dement, 220548, 213522. I am going to recuse myself from further handling of Mr. Dement's case. I will not agree to a release at this point. The Supreme Court can assign another judge, and if they wish to do so, they may, but I will recuse myself for some reasons that I will not state on the record. And the clerk will contact the Supreme Court, have them assign a visiting judge to handle this case. And that judge will reschedule it when they decide in their best judgment it should be rescheduled.
Tracy, I'll be up to see you. Still in Gallia County?
No, sir, I'm Lawrence County.
All right, well, I think we'll take you back, I know today, but are you going to be taken back to
Gallia?
Gallia?
Taken back to Gallia County.
Okay, you're staying in Lawrence County? Yes,
I
yes.
think Mr. Major will make sure that happens.
Yes.
I will, Your Honor.
I will come see you. We'll talk. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We've got some people to come back to at the jail, but we're not ready to do that yet, so we're going to move on.
State of Ohio recalls Trevor Quick, case number CRB 23677.
Have you seen the screen?
I'm not, Your Honor.
TAC. Trevor Quick is 23677. There's been a plea entered.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
He's already entered a plea.
Yes.
We're coming back for sentencing.
Yes, Your Honor.
23677. I'll impose a $100 fine and court costs, 10 days in jail, all suspended on condition that he does 5 days of community service, 2 years of probation, and stays out of all Walmart stores. His review hearing is June 3rd of 24. He's to meet with the probation officer in his office. After he's done so, he's free to leave.
If you get everything done, by then you want to come back for review, for you want to come back for your review hearing. If you have everything done by then, you're going to come back. Okay? Thank you. All right, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Regina L. Hudson, case number CRB 23581, TRC 231382, A and B.
This is Mr. Stires. the case?
Yes, Your Honor. We got test results back on this today, so I'm going to take some time to take a look at those and see if there's any other issues that need to be dealt with. I'm going to ask for continuance at this time, and we would waive time constraints to accomplish that.
She's working with your T or?
No, she's very hard of hearing.
Oh, okay. All right. So, when would you like to come back, Mr. Starr?
We had set something on the 16th. Can we do that, Your Honor?
Yes.
January 16th?
January 16th will be the next hearing. Pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Linda L. Carpenter, case number PRC 23-1792, A and B.
This is for arraignment. All right, ma'am, are you Linda Carpenter?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Carpenter, were you here when I explained the rights defendants have? I've explained it a few times, but I'll go over it again with you.
I'll wait for it.
Okay, you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, it's all being recorded. It could be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
The charge alleges that on December 2nd at 8:49 a.m. in the village of South Point, you were operating a vehicle while you were intoxicated and took a breath test and tested 20 on the breath test. So that's over the per se level. The per se level is 8. So what does that mean? If the state shows a test score of 8 or higher and can show they complied with the rules for giving the test, there's a presumption then that you're impaired if you test 8 or higher. They're saying you tested 20, so that's well over 8. In fact, it's over what's the high score, which is 17. If you test 17 or higher, which they're saying you tested 20, then that raises the minimum penalty because it's a high test score.
Yes, sir.
The minimum remains, or the maximum remains the same. The maximum is, on a first offense, which this would be, first in the look-back period, 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. But because the test score is 20, the minimum penalty is 3 days in treatment and 3 days in jail. So if you test above 17, there's that added 3 days in jail becomes part of the minimum sentence.
Yes.
$375 fine and a 6-month license suspension are also required too.
Yes.
Do you understand the possible penalties on this?
Yes.
You understand your breath test score?
Yes.
You're also charged with driving without a license. That's a unclassified misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is 500 hours community service and a $1,000 fine. And that appears to be all the charges filed against you. Do you have any questions about the charges filed against you?
No.
How do you wish to plead to these charges?
I guess guilty.
Well, you've got to be sure. It looks like, was there a failure to signal also charged?
Yeah.
I don't see it assigned. I see a copy of the ticket, but it doesn't look like it was ever assigned the case number.
I don't even have a baby.
I've already tried to make arrangements to go down to Three Rivers Medical Unit for medical detox.
Okay. Well, how do you wish to plead to these charges?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting they're true, and it waives any rights you have to have a trial, to have a lawyer, and to make the state prove these charges. Do you understand that?
Well, I'd like to get something worked out where I can keep my job.
Okay, well, that's, I don't have any control over that. That's between you and your employer. I mean, if you want more time, because one of the things, remember what I said, the minimum penalty on this, I have to give you jail time. So if you're not ready to face that, then maybe you need to talk to a lawyer. Where do you work?
That's what I need to do.
Where do you work?
Special mails.
Okay.
Huntington,
You should enter a not guilty plea then if you want to talk to a lawyer.
not guilty.
And if you're working at Special Metals, I'm going to assume you do not qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. You're going to have to hire a lawyer. I'm going to set this, what's your work schedule? Do you work Mondays through Fridays?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going to have to come to court on one of those days. Do you have a preference as to which day of the week it would be? Does it matter?
No, it don't matter.
I'm going to set it then for Tuesday, January 2nd, so that's going to be the day after New Year's.
Okay.
You'll have a hearing then, it's called a pretrial conference. And you should have your attorney here unless they tell you they've made arrangements for a different date. You got to come whenever they tell you. But otherwise, be here January 2nd, 10 o'clock. I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $1,500. So as long as you come to court, you don't have to post $1,500. If you fail to come to court, you're going to owe $1,500 and you get a warrant for your arrest. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
All right, be back January 2nd at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You're free to go.
Thank you.
But you are under a license suspension. Since you tested over, you can't drive now.
Yes.
While the case is pending.
State of Ohio versus Jeffrey A. Trout, case number CRB 21900, CRB 21602.
All right, this was set for a review hearing this morning. Mr. Trout was not here when it was called. And he is here now. Okay, you made a payment in November. You have a payment today. You still owe some fines and costs.
Yeah, 45.
That's how much you're gonna pay?
Yeah.
I'll cancel the warrant since you did appear late.
It's a hard time getting here since I have to take a bus and ride the rest of the way, like a mile and a half.
Okay, where do you live?
Canova.
Canova, okay. All right, I'll set, and you're working, do you have a job?
No, I'm on this,
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's Mondays or Fridays when the next hearing is, right? You can come any day.
it doesn't really matter. As long as, you know,
As long as the bus is running?
yeah. Now, I'm trying to pay every time I get here means I'll get paid at first.
All right, January 12th. Write this down, January 12th is your next hearing. Get up early and start this way. It's not that far.
It's not that far.
All right, see you then, 9 o'clock, January 12th.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Kathy Langdon, case number TRD 182844, TRD 163011, A and B.
Okay, this was on, Mr. Sowers was, you just missed him, he was here earlier. This is on a bond forfeiture. So-
Yeah, I talked to him Friday.
All right. It's alleged that you had missed a hearing previously back in March 22nd, looks like.
Yes,
It was on a, both of these, you got two cases, both are driving under suspension.
Yeah.
You did your community service, you did some extra for your fine, but you still had some fine to pay, right?
Yes.
Can you pay anything today?
I'm,
Paid it all to Mr. Sowers, right?
yeah. Given my disability, I haven't.
I'll cancel any warrant that had been issued. I'm going to reinstate you to sentencing though, because now, if you don't show up, he's going to come nab you.
Right.
You understand that, right?
Yes.
Where do you live?
I live in Cold Grove.
Okay. I'll set it for January 12th for a sentencing hearing at 10 o'clock. Once you pay this off, you can quit coming to these things.
Right. All right, thank you.
Okay. I'll let Mr. Sowers know that you showed up, so he won't come and nab you, throw you in the trunk of his car and take you to the jail.
All right, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Cassidy Darigo. Case number CRB 23487.
Mr. Morford's case, pre-trial.
What's that? Are you clean? Everything good?
No.
Well, I guess we should just set this for a trial.
Your Honor, if I may, the victim is here, would like to address the court if she could.
Okay.
I don't want to pursue it at all.
Guys, just reading that. How's the state want to proceed?
Your Honor, we would ask for dismissal at the request of victim. It's my understanding the parties remain in a relationship and Ms. Scott is expecting. And so I believe she just wishes to have the charge dismissed.
All right, the case will be dismissed at the request of the complainant party.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Maynard. Case number TRC 231013 and CRA 23710.
Maybe a case that just needs to go to the grand jury.
Yeah, I would agree, Your Honor.
He has a $10,000 bond up when you want to.
I would like to be permitted to waive that, Judge. Waive his preliminary hearing.
All right.
So we keep the bond.
And he also has an OBI. Let's see, does it come out of the same, I think it comes out of the same circumstance. Let's see. It's a different,
It has the same
date. It's the same date. So assume the state then would acknowledge the OBI and any other case that went with it.
And that is correct, Your Honor.
So those are going to be acknowledged to the grand jury. That's 23-10-13 A and B. Yeah, everything's on to the grand jury. And 23-7-10 will be waived to the grand jury. Now, you can hear what I say or ignore it, and if I was a betting man, I'd bet you will ignore what I tell you. But having known you for a while and observed you for a while, your case is going to the grand jury. What's that mean? You're going to get probably indicted and go to the common police court, the felony court, where they can try you, and if they want to send you to prison, they can, because you have a felony. The best thing you can do is to show up there in treatment, in recovery, because you've got a bad problem. I mean, I know it, you know it, anybody's been around, you know you've got a bad problem. So the best thing you can do is get in recovery, get clean, go to treatment, come show up there with a good report that you're clean. You don't have to say anything in response. That's my advice to you. If you go talk to Mr. Morford privately, I think he's going to advise you the same thing. Because you don't want to take a chance on going to prison, and if you still are recalcitrant and won't do anything that you're asked to do and leave treatment and buck the system, you're headed for prison. That's what's going to happen. My prediction. I don't think you want to go there. I wouldn't. So, take my advice, avoid prison, show up clean, stay clean, and there's a really good chance then you won't go to prison. Because they got a lot of people that won't do that, and those are the ones that wind up going to prison in your circumstance.
Here.
And what you're signing today, Mr. Maynard, is a waiver of your right to have a preliminary hearing. And what that means is, a preliminary hearing is just me saying, yeah, there's good reason to send you to the grand jury for an indictment. And you're waiving that. You're saying, yeah, my case can go to the grand jury. The reason you're doing that is you've already got a bond up and you want to keep that. Because otherwise, the state was just going to dismiss the case. Then they can take it to the grand jury. And if you get indicted, you have to post a new bond. This way you get to keep your bond. All right. All his cases are going to the grand jury with the bond. He's waived it to the grand jury. The bond will stay in effect.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Get in treatment.
State of Ohio versus Charles Hutchison, case number CRB 21584, DRC 192635 A and B, DRC 181210 A and B. Charles Hutchison. Did not check in, Your Honor.
This is Mr. Morford's case. I've got this down for January 5th. I don't know why it's on the docket today.
Then I've got one, TRC 181218 for today, and then CRB 21584 is for the 5th.
Let's just, out of caution, let's move everything to January 5th. And then if he doesn't show up, we'll do a warrant then. So I'll pass it to January 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Carl Carpenter Jr., case number CRB 19231.
Set for pre-trial today.
Right. Judge, this is a Walmart case from 2019.
I think what happened, as I recall, I think he came in or got arrested or something on it. Made it sound like maybe somebody stole his identity, he wasn't sure this was him, I don't know.
He came in himself.
Somebody stole something, I was there with him.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, well, that is still, I think, Judge, he said he was in the company of someone who stole something was there, but apparently he entered a guilty plea in April of 2019. I think a warrant went out October of 2019, if I'm recalling correctly. And he would like to make it right, get the fine paid, community service, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's not going to contest it?
That's a long way of saying, yes, he's not going to contest it if we can get more time to get the fine paid or work it off and then do some community service. I think it was the normal $100 fine, 30-hour, which he would have.
Yeah, he's got 30 hours community service, fine, court costs.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll reinstate him to the review docket.
Thank you, Judge.
And let's set it for January 12th, which is next review hearing, 9 o'clock.
January 12th. 9 o'clock. Did you see him before you leave over at the probation office? Then we just set up for your community service. No. All right, yes.
State of Ohio versus Tony Walters, case number CRA 23466, CRB 23467A, CRB 2354. Tony Walters. Do not check in.
Your Honor, Ms. Walters called the court and also called the office. I did talk to her. She's evidently ill. When I talked to her, she sounded pretty bad. But this is one where she's pled to an amended charge of littering. It was open dumping, and she was cleaning, and she's making progress, but I don't believe she's done. She had a lot of stuff, and we've supplied photographs in the past. So I'd asked her maybe to continue this out. She said she's going to the doctor. She has 2 appointments with the doctor to find out. It might be actually from cleaning up this garbage. I don't know what's caused it, but she's been to every other hearing.
State, have any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
All right. After the first of the year, what's your schedule?
I can be here the 2nd or the 5th.
Let's do the 2nd.
Okay.
January 2nd for preliminary hearing and pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus James Butts, case number CRA 23279, CRB 219.
Your Honor, Mr. Butts is in Lawrence County recovery, doing well, and he's been compliant and doing well with QRT also.
Yes. it's a great report.
Very good.
Very good. What's the long-term plan, Mr. Bucks?
Just keep working, stay out of the way.
And what about your housing? What are you gonna do on that?
I'm just gonna get a place there close to work, either in South Point or Cold Grove, where I can commute pretty easy. Seems pretty relaxed over there. It's quiet.
Okay, it's, you got a really good report. You've been at it for a while. What the state's position is, if you're ready to do anything, or if you want to wait till Mr. Hill comes back, how do you want to proceed?
My notes indicate if we could reset it one more time and then.
Okay, all right. Well, you've done great. Come a long way from it. I see, when you first came in, I put an ankle monitor on you, so I don't usually do that unless somebody has shown me, you know, an issue. I think you had a case back in 2021, and that one didn't work out so well.
Yeah.
But now you're doing great.
Yeah.
You really have.
I appreciate it, Judge.
Done great. So I appreciate your efforts, and I think this is going to work out well for you. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah. It was a blessing in disguise, for sure.
Okay. Why don't we make it, I'm willing to go maybe the 1st of February.
Yes, Your Honor.
About Groundhog's Day.
The second.
February 2nd?
Yeah, that'll work.
February 2nd will be the next hearing, and I'll make a note to look at dismissal then.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good work.
Yep, thank
Keep
you.
it up.
State of Ohio versus Christy L. Jordan, case number CRA 23549, CRB 23551. Christy Jordan.
All right, Ms. Jordan looks like on teleconference, and this is Mr. Stiers' case.
Your Honor, this is, Ms. Jordan is in treatment in,
West Kentucky, wasn't it?
yeah, over in, Western Kentucky. Look at this, I guess. She's at New Foundations Recovery Housing. It's a transitional program, I believe. I have gotten an email from the intake department explaining what her programming there is. I can forward that to your email if you'd like. She's continuing on. I'm not sure. How long is that program, Christy?
Okay, so it all depends on need, they said. They said that there is no completion, that you phase up, so you go from phases. And right now I'm at phase 1, but I'm getting ready to phase up. It goes up to phase 3, and then you can either go home or you can choose to stay in the program and live there and still meet you still have to meet all the requirements. They make you do several meetings a week, you're random drug tested. They also have a mommy and me program where my daughter can come and stay with me, but right now there's not a position open for that. There is no room available.
Is there any expectation on when that would be available?
So they didn't tell me. They said that there's a girl that CPS has that hers locked in right now. She's supposed to be here Thursday, but if she doesn't show up, they said that I could have my daughter here with me. And right now, they are letting me have my daughter 3 days a week here. And as long as I keep meeting all the requirements and doing everything that I'm supposed to, then I will keep phasing up. And I'm doing really, really good. I've been clean and sober since I went to jail. And just doing everything I'm supposed to.
How old's your daughter?
She's 1 year old.
Okay. Your Honor, that's kind of where we stand there. I don't know what kind of a time frame. You had mentioned there was an issue. Do they need anything from the court allowing your daughter to come there, or is that a non-issue?
No, they said they didn't need anything from the court. They they want me to okay it with my lawyer that it was okay for my daughter to come there and be with me.
And I said at the time, I don't think I'd have reason to believe the court would have an objection to that, but just, I guess, make certain of that.
Does she have a case in common pleas also?
I think she may have something, I don't know if it ever went to common pleas. She had a case with Gene Meadows in Ironton Municipal Court. I don't know if it ever went on to common, I mean, it was bound over, but I don't know if it ever went to the grand jury and actually went into common pleas.
It has not gone to grand jury yet, I don't believe, Your Honor.
Will it be going to the grand jury?
My notes say that it is going to grand jury, but it's my understanding it has not.
It might be something where, because she's in treatment here, they may be kind of monitoring it from that perspective. I don't know.
Okay, come back in another 5 or 6 weeks.
That'd be fine, Your Honor. Been doing the 16th, is that day okay?
Yes.
So the 16th is a Tuesday, Christy, just to make sure you understand that.
January 16th?
January 16th.
Okay.
All right.
And here,
And just if you could get a report sent in a little before that, it'd be helpful, thank you.
okay.
Okay, she's still on there, wasn't sure.
January
looking like
16th
frozen.
is the next hearing at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
So do I have a court date with them? I don't know if I'm supposed to attend court with them or not.
You don't have anything, you don't have a court date in the other case. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
on the grand jury.
Thank you so much.
That'll be something else we can check on that hearing at 16 if anything's happened. So far, you have not been indicted yet.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Carla Eldred on recall at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRA 23724. Carla Eldred at the Lawrence County Jail. Destiny Gerald is on deck.
Next, Destiny.
All right, Ms. Eldred is back before the court. I think All right, Mr. Sowers, you did talk with her.
I did, Your Honor. I didn't talk to her, but I talked to her family.
They're going to post bond?
Yes, yeah, they're here now. We were doing paperwork just now.
And I didn't make, what did I say the bond was going to be?
$1,000.
Okay. Okay, that's right, it's a license plate.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Elder, can you hear me?
Yes.
So Mr. Sowers is going to post your bond. Then what I'm going to do is give you a week to go turn yourself, you need to go up and appear in Hyde County. And it's in the county court in Hyde County, not the common police court.
Okay, we'll find it somewhere.
Yeah, it's right in Waverly, 230 Waverly Plaza, Suite 900. That's the address on the warrant.
Yeah, we had a little trouble finding it before, but we found it.
Okay. So, do you think that's any problem for you to get there in a week?
No, I don't know when that falls, but, no.
Well, this is, today's Monday, so that's going to be the 11th. So,
Okay, yeah.
in fact, I want you to get up there this week, sometime.
Before the holiday.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be holidays, just this week, so I'm not giving you till Christmas, I'm giving you this week. So I'm going to set another hearing for next Monday. So if something happens, you say, I can't get to Hyde County before next Monday at 8 a.m., then I want you to show up in the court in Chesapeake next Monday at 10 a.m. and explain to me why you could not get to Hyde County.
Okay.
And if you don't do either, if you don't show up in Hyde County, don't show up here, then I'm going to tell Mr. Sowers, you didn't show anywhere, and he's going to have to go run you down.
Yeah, I'll be right here in town. I said that was in my only ride, so my mom's not doing well. There's only, that's the only reason I won't make it. Otherwise, I'll be there. And I'll make sure I get working.
So what I want to see is when I come back to court next Monday is that the warrant's withdrawn. So what that means is you've appeared, but they'll withdraw the warrant when you appear up there.
Okay.
So what the smart thing to do would be call them and say, hey, I want to come up there and get this warrant withdrawn, I got to do it this week. When can I appear?
Yeah, I planned on doing it Monday. I had just gotten the papers and found out that it even still existed, and I planned on calling Monday. And then I was having so much trouble up there, I called 911 for help, and then found out that I was going to jail.
Okay, so I'm going to send you a waiver of a Rule 4 hearing. So what that means is you're waiving me having a hearing to decide you are the Carla Eldred that Pike County wants. So you need to sign that. You're going to get out on your bond, and then I put at the bottom, you're to appear in Pike County before December 11th at 8 a.m. or appear in this court, which is the one in Chesapeake, December 11th at 10 a.m. So you got to do one or the other. Preferably go to Pike County, then that gets it over with.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, that's fine.
Okay, take care of this. Don't let it linger.
I will, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Gerald on a recall, case number CRB 23595. Donald Sowers is on deck.
Your Honor, after I seen her urine screen, since she's on methadone, we can't take her into our outpatient office because methadone is considered outpatient, so insurance won't approve both. But just seeing her urine screen, we definitely would have recommended inpatient treatment for her as well.
Okay, that makes sense. You're still testing for fentanyl.
Yeah, I haven't done that, I'm assuming that it must have been that I didn't have one, but I see it in my screen, so obviously it was divided into drugs, that's that.
Are you taking methadone through a clinic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that,
But even, I can even, if I could get an outpatient, if they just like, I'll put hours in the phone, I'll let them, I can, if you come off of it, if they've got someone that can help you, like,
But
come off of it, I don't care.
I don't believe they can take you until you're off methadone because Medicaid won't pay for both.
Also, we can't recommend that you just stop methadone because it's just not recommended. That's not good for you at all.
So I think, and I've already gotten a message from Terry Gogas, which is the director of the Project Hope in Huntington, where she can, it's part of Marshall Health. She can go there and her daughter can go with her and they will deal with the methadone withdrawal issues.
She just has to be medically tapered under supervision from methadone. It's a process.
Okay, I'll go try to do it.
Well,
I think that's best.
as a practical matter, what logistically, how are we going to get her there and so forth?
Good question. Because I've got another person that's there who is getting discharged, so maybe we can switch beds. Somebody that snuck somebody into their apartment against the rules with a felony warrant, they're getting discharged. So, and I got a message from them wanting if I wanted to have somebody come pick them up and transport them. I don't know that I can do that, but they just have to have HPD do it. Take them into custody and then extradite them. So I'm just thinking out loud here.
Do you want her to have an ankle monitor?
Is that necessary if she's going Project Hope?
She'll agree to go to inpatient. I won't require it. Is Kim still here?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll go take her.
Okay. I'll send you Ms. Gogas's contact information from Project Hope. Can you kind of coordinate with her?
Yeah.
About getting Ms. Gerald in there?
Absolutely.
What?
How would I have my son here?
Well, we'll have to deal with that too. Where does he go to school?
He goes to Explorer Academy
Where's that?
in Huntington.
I mean,
Is
that
it a
private school?
No, it's
What's it called?
Explorer Academy.
It's
Is that part of Meadows?
I think it's in the old
It's near
Geneva, Kent.
Is it a daycare?
No, it's a school.
It's near Rotary Park.
Oh, okay.
It's like out Burger King, you
Well, that
go.
makes sense because she lives in Markham Terrace.
Yeah.
I think it's the old Geneva, Kent, maybe.
What about my stuff? Is there any way I'll be able to get some of my clothes and stuff?
Or no, not Geneva, Kent.
Project Hope will help her with all of that. Her
I'm sure this has come up
belongings.
before. They'll figure
Yeah,
that
her
out.
belongings, the kid, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think Project Hope probably has resources to deal with those issues. When would you like to have us set back, Your Honor?
Soon.
I'm here. The 8th, the 11th, the 15th, the 18th.
The soonest possible. What'd you say?
Well, the 8th is the soonest possible, I guess, Your Honor. That's Friday.
How about the 11th?
I'm here then too, Your Honor.
Let's do the 11th.
If he was picking her up, Kim,
Well,
maybe.
I'm going to let her work toward that. That's going to be the goal. See if that can happen.
Well, I mean, that's going to depend on bed availability and such. That's our hope, but
I believe that will happen, but we'll have to reach out and make sure. Okay, I'll just issue an order that she can be released at this point to Kim Gabbard for transportation to Project Hope in Huntington. Set the next hearing for December the 11th. And I'll conclude sentencing then. So you're on your, I'm going to continue your bond. Thank you, Mr. Sauer. So here's the thing. You may think, well, I'll just go there and then I'll run. You still have a bond up. Mr. Sauer, you know how good he is at tracking people down. So then I'm going to say, go get her. So I'm giving you the chance to do this without an ankle monitor, because I know I can get you back. There's nowhere you can go that he won't come to try to find you. So make this work for you and your son. This is the best possible outcome for you to get clean.
Will I just keep my job?
I don't know about that. I don't know if you can work, but you're going to have everything provided for you, at least initially. I mean, you're going to have housing, food, everything you need. I don't know if you can keep your job or not. I don't know. I don't make those rules. But you can get a job, and I'm sure there'll be a point where you can get a job. And the kind of job you had, there's a bunch of those jobs out there. It's not going to be hard for you to get a job. Okay. We'll get it set up, try to get you there today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Guys.
State of Ohio versus Donald Sowers III, case number CRB 23725, on a recall.
All right, Mr. Sowards, we got problems. I got your urine screen.
Yes, sir.
Kind of scary. Scary, but understandable. I mean, you're testing for the things that are really flooding our community right now. Fentanyl, methamphetamine, those are the two biggies. And neither one are very good. Methamphetamine will kill you over a long period of time, usually. You're not going to overdose on it. Fentanyl will just take you out in a few seconds if you get the wrong dose. So we got to do something about that. Have you ever been to treatment before?
Yes.
Where'd you go? Did you graduate from there?
No.
Okay.
White House, I did graduate.
How long ago?
Been over 5 years.
When did you go to recovery point?
2012.
Oh, so it's been quite a while. Well, have you been working? Tell me more about you. What do you do? What have you been doing? That's scary. Scary for you and the people who work around you. Do you have family?
Two daughters and stepfather.
Are you married? You still live in Huntington at this Pine Crest Drive? No, what's your address in Canova?
They're running everything people mad.
What's the zip there?
25530.
You got a phone?
Yes. 304, 939.
939?
Yes, sir. 3035.
So you probably have, do you have health insurance through your work?
Not right now, I haven't worked enough that way yet
You got any military service?
to, no, sir.
You willing to go to treatment?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a West Virginia medical card?
I did, I'm not for sure about it, I still do. It's been a while.
I'm probably gonna let him try outpatient. No? You don't? He's got a job and kids. And he might have, I don't know if he got a medical card or not. Mr. Glenn, you still want to talk with him?
Yeah, I'll talk.
Okay, I've got somebody's gonna call down and talk to you about getting treatment, but here's the way it's gonna work. If you didn't have a job or kids dependent on you, I'd just say you gotta go to inpatient treatment because you're testing for some really dangerous stuff. I'll give you a chance to try to do it outpatient.
Yes, sir.
But if you mess up, I'm gonna give you a short leash because I don't want you to wind up dead on me.
Understand, sir.
So I'll give you a short leash, and if you can't handle it outpatient, then I'm gonna make you go inpatient.
Yes, sir.
You agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bobby Gwynn's gonna call, talk to you, then after he's done that, I'll have you back and we'll finalize things.
Okay.
So that's the last one at the jail. We'll come back to him later in the document.
State of Ohio versus Trevor DeMint, case number CRA 23514, CRB 21167, CRA 2321, CRB 19667, CRB 19570.
Your Honor, if I may, he came in this morning with that urine screen and said he had to go to work and he went to work today. He didn't mention anything about having a full day.
Was he playing?
He was.
Okay.
And I did speak to him to let him know he had court, so, but he is compliant with OBP and he's doing everything he needs to do on that end as well.
Under the circumstances, Your Honor, I ask that his absence be excused on this occasion and we reset for another day.
Okay, it's semi-excused.
He'll be in, he comes in 3 days a week with a urine screen, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll come back January 2nd? Are you here then, or can?
I am, Your Honor.
January 2nd. For all of his cases.
Will you speak to him,
I'll let him know, yeah.
please? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Allen Dennison, case number CRA 21718.
Mr. Stiers' case, on their hearing.
Your Honor, this is an unusual case in that it's an allegation from a report made in 2020, and even that report was regarding allegations that dated back to 2018. So I discussed the matter with Ms. Waldo. We think this maybe needs a little bit more investigation. So we're willing to waive the time constraints on preliminary hearing, push this out a period of time, and let the state make an attempt to contact the victim on this and see see where things are and if we can maybe figure something out.
Just
So,
keep it here then.
either, I'm sorry.
You're just wanting to keep it here.
Right, and keep it here for the moment at least.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be the final outcome as well, but at least temporarily.
January 2nd.
That would be fine, Your Honor.
January 2nd will be the next.
Come back January 2nd at 10 o'clock.
Here, here.
You want to write it down?
No, I got it.
Okay. Make sure you're here. Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Roger King Jr., case number CRA 23-143. Roger King Jr. Roger King Jr.
This is Mr. Stiers.
Your Honor, I've not seen Mr. King this morning. I don't know if he's checked in the meantime.
He's supposed to be at OVP.
Yeah, I had him on my list, but they didn't send me anything for him, so let me call them to see if he's still coming there or what's going on.
All right.
Can we have this recalled?
Before we get a report. from
Thank you.
OVP.
State of Ohio versus Marissa L. Short, case number CRA 22-623, CRB 22-624, CRC 22-2494, and B.
That's a good report. She complied with QRT? too?
Yes, Your Honor, she is.
Mr. Morford?
Judge, I'm hoping we're getting close to the end of this. It's my understanding that the state would consider dismissing this if there were no further problems, as long as she complied with QRT and Bethesda treatment recommendations.
Well, we'll wait until Ms. Dalrymple comes back, but we had to hit the reset button at one point, so we're not as far out as it may look.
That we did.
assume she was getting something pertaining to this case, so let's recall it, go on to something else.
State of Ohio versus Aaron Sloan, case number CRA 23-368, A and B, CRB 23-369, TRC 23-750, A and B.
What?
Okay, she has been going to ARC.
I spoke with Jeremy this morning, but he said he's not with work anymore, so I'm not sure. Somebody sent my stuff over.
Have you received a report from ARC?
The last one I have is October 9th.
I can get someone, I spoke with Jeremy this morning, and then that's when he told me he was no longer working with ARC. So I can have somebody send it over, have Manon or somebody send something to you guys.
Okay, we'll recall.
Let's do that. Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Snell, case number CRA 23-224, A and B.
No, I don't have that. I get it.
And she's also with QRT.
I think he has
MAT.
the shot. The shot. Read the shot. The Sublocade, yeah.
Okay.
She had been with Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yes, we discharged her due to rule violations, and when I spoke with QRT, it was in her best interest to find other placement, so we placed her with Cardinal.
Okay.
I love it here.
This is a QRT case.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Melissa Snell.
Yes, she is compliant. We changed treatment centers.
Yeah, she's
Discharged.
at Cardinal now.
Yep.
I love it. I love it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm currently, right now, looking for work because of my clean time. And once I get a job, then I go to the transitional housing.
So, where's the facility you're staying at now?
It's in Ironton.
In Ironton, okay. Well, since QRT is monitoring her, what, will you go to February 2nd?
Yes, Your Honor.
February 2nd will be her next hearing. And by then, maybe she'll be employed and in transitional.
I can't wait, I'm excited.
Okay,
I've come a long way.
good. All right, February 2nd will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock. Can we do Marissa Short now? All right, Marissa Short, come back up.
I'm gaining too much weight.
Now, is Marissa with QRT also, or?
Yes, Your Honor. She's done well. She's done everything it's asked of her.
All right, very good. I take it you're not recommending she terminate services?
With Bethesda?
Yes.
No. Unless, I mean, I go on whatever treatment recommends, so I don't think Bethesda recommends that either.
It hasn't been recommended.
I mean, we hit the reset button back in July.
Yes.
But since you're monitoring her, I think I can back off. And again, let's make it for February 2nd as our next hearing. February 2nd. February 2nd. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Doing good. Keep it up.
Thank you, Aaron. I was one of those for leaving.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Lisa Ann Adams, case number CRA 23-721 A and B. Lisa Ann Adams. Lisa Ann Adams.
Mr. Morford's case. Okay, she posted bond. This is, and it's charges, I think there's a felony 3 in here. Yeah. The A case is felony 3.
Did you say she has a bond out, Judge?
She has a bond through Mr. Sowards.
You want me not, or is he still here?
I don't think he is. I don't know. Is Mr. Sowards here? Okay. He is. Lisa Adams, Del Barton, West Virginia.
He just bonded her recently, didn't he?
December 1st.
I was thinking so. Well,
How does the state want to proceed? Do you want to nollate it to the grand jury, have a warrant issued from here? How do you want to do this?
We would ask that a warrant be issued, Your Honor.
All right. I'll issue a warrant today. Set a bond forfeiture hearing for January 8th.
Your Honor, I have some others scheduled for the 5th. Can we make it the 5th?
We can make it the 5th. That's better. January 5th. Bond forfeiture hearing.
State of Ohio recalls Donald Sowards III at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 23725.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Sowers, and has an assessment scheduled on Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sowards, can Can you post any kind of a bond to guarantee your appearance?
I just started work last week, back to work last week. I don't have very good.
Okay, I'll let you try it on an OR bond. I'll give you a $2,000 OR bond. As long as you show up when you're supposed to. You don't have to post any money. If you don't show up, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest, and then you'll have to pay the $2,000. I'll set your next hearing for review. I'm going to go ahead and sentence you, and I'll give you a review hearing December 29th. That's the last Friday in December.
Is it going to be for a sentencing or
For review. I'm just going to go ahead and sentence you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll impose a $100 fine, or you pay the court costs, 45 days in jail. I'll give you credit for 1 day served and suspend 44 days. Order that you do treatment with RRS. And you gotta come back and I'll get a report on December 29th as to how you're doing. You gotta be here at 9 a.m. December 29th at the court in Chesapeake. I don't know if you know where that is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. December 29th, 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
What about probation?
2 years. 2 years of level 4 probation.
Do you mind to have any community service?
5 days community service. Stay out of Walmart.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get to your assessment, when did you say you said that?
Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Wednesday at 9 a.m. in Chesapeake.
And I'll call you, Mr. Stowers, and give you our address and phone number. Thank you.
Okay, that finishes us up at the jail.
State of Ohio recalls Jeannie Covelli, case number PRC 024667.
All right, Ms. Cavelli is here. I said she usually shows up when you weren't here earlier.
I was at the Salvation Army, helping out with the food boxing. I forgot.
Your Honor, if I may, she's turned from community service.
Okay. I'll go toward your fine. I'll cancel the warrant. Set your next hearing for January the 8th at 9 o'clock.
How much more community service do I have to
I don't know how many hours you turn in.
She's turned in 36 hours.
It's-
She can speak to us in probation, we can help her out with it.
That might take care of it. Go check in with Mr. Major.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
If it does, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
No, thank you. Good night to you.
We need volunteers.
State of Ohio versus Taylor Bryan on recall, case number CRB 23-112, CRB 20-112. Taylor Bryan.
This is on delayed review. This was called earlier. Ms. Bryan was not here earlier today. She's here now. Okay, what are you going to do on your case? You got something to do on it?
No, but I can do, I'm off Wednesday and Thursday this week. I can do one of those days. Probably Wednesday.
I'll cancel the warrant. Set your next hearing for January 5th. 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ohio versus Cameron B. Harless, case number TRC 2348, A, B, and C.
Mr. Morford's case. An RRS.
Yeah, approach your honor.
Yes. You're going to try to get in the electrical union?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a good goal. Okay, we probably need to go ahead and resolve this, but I don't know why I have to too much care about those timeframes anymore. The aged out judge. Lawyers know what I mean. But this case has been pending since January. Supreme Court tends to get after people for letting these cases hang around too long.
I'm going to change the plea, Your Honor.
Okay. I think he's already pled.
Let's see.
Extends with this because it looks like he has one prior.
Yes, he does. And this is a second offense. He had a prior,
In 21.
yeah. And it was in this court. Does the state have a recommendation on sentencing?
Your Honor, I do not have notes to reflect what, if there was any prior agreement. I would imagine that Mr. Hill would just recommend whatever the minimum sentence would be for the second offense.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to go outside the box here. And the state can, if they don't like it, they can appeal me and get me reversed. So I'm not going to give you jail time because you went to a lot of treatment.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think jail time would do you any good. But I'd be happy to give it to you if you violate your probation. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, I guess I should first ask, do you have anything you want to tell me before I go ahead and complete your sentencing? Or Mr. Morford, anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Judge, I think it's given him a new awakening. He's a young man, and too often horsepower and alcohol are not a good combination for a young man. And I think he's learned his lesson and been given some new insights on operating a motor vehicle under the influence.
Okay, so this is second offense, so I'm going to give you a $750 fine because it's second. So it's pretty steep. That's serious stuff.
Yes, sir.
1 year license suspension, which is going to be out pretty soon, January 14th to 24. Your license suspension will be over because it started the day of the incident.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to sentence you to 46 days in jail. and I'm going to suspend all of them.
Thank you, Your Honor.
46 days. On the condition that you do, I'm going to give you 60 hours of community service. That's 10 days.
Yes, sir.
And as you not, if you have another offense within 2 years, I'm going to give you the 46 days in jail plus whatever you get on the other offense.
Yes, sir.
So don't get another offense.
Yes, sir.
Is he considered completed at RVP or at RRS, or should he be?
No, but it's coming out short.
Okay, I'm going to order you to complete your treatment at RRS as part of your sentence.
Yes, sir.
And I want to see him before that. I want to see you, let's make it February 16th. So I'll see you in about 10 weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your
Make
Honor.
sure you're doing everything you're supposed to.
Will it be at 9, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'll be at 9 o'clock. And he never reinstated his driver's license, I guess, after he had the first ODI. So he's got that too, got to reinstate. So on that, I'll impose a $100 fine. Get your license back. And he had a lane violation, I'll impose a $10 fine on that charge. Here's your problem. 2:18 a.m.
Right.
Nothing good. Nothing good happens after midnight. Some people say nothing good happens before midnight. But let me just tell you, if you're out on 52 at 2:18 a.m., they're looking at you through a periscope.
Right.
Because they're looking for drunks. So you shouldn't be out then. If you are going to be, you shouldn't be drinking or using any substances. I mean, bottom line is use your brain, man. Don't do this stuff. Because the next time you get a third offense, I'm not going to measure it off in days. I'm going to measure it off in months.
Yes, sir.
So I want to see, you're on a trajectory now to get into the union, electoral union. They don't want to mess with that either. They'll probably give you a break on this, but I'd say if you get a third, they're probably going to be done with you.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of employers are going to be done with you, so learn something from this. Don't mess around. This is nothing to mess around with. You've got 2 strikes. Do not get the third one.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you got to do, keep that from happening. That's what you got to do. Okay. You got to go see Mr. Major in the probation office and be back here February, what did I say, 16th?
Click on that, I think it's the second, but I may be wrong. Maybe.
16?
The 16th, can you see that?
Where's the engine?
16,
16th?
I believe, Judge.
That's good. No, this says June 3rd. Let's redo it. Let's make it February 16th. February 16th for his review. Okay, go see Mr. Major.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
can you have Mr. Major come in? Can you, they're wanting HPD is wanting a warrant on that Emily Smith. They won't pick her up. I'm sorry, Kayla Smith. She's the one that's at Project Ho. She snuck her boyfriend in.
They
found a warrant. I think I sent you the text.
Yeah, I believe you did, Your Honor, yeah. All right, I'll take care of it.
And it has to be entered in NCIC?
Yep, I'll have to take it to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
Yep.
Is she the one at Project Ho?
Yes.
CRB 2326.
State of Ohio versus Sarah Osborne, case number CRB 23164, A and B. Mr. Morford's case.
Yeah, I got that tomorrow. I have camera pros to change it in the computer, but it's still on your side.
We didn't screen, so we were required to do it.
Mark it out, but the printout still
I
shows.
thought I took it out. I did, I've got this in twice. I did take it out. But yeah, we're slowly showing up.
Moving forward in my case.
Okay, this is Mr. Morford's case. Set for sentencing.
Judge, I don't know if we want to postpone the sentencing until Mr. Hill can be here. He has considerable knowledge with the progress of the Children's Services Division case. I can tell you that she has been working her reunification plan, but it is not finished yet. She has prospect employment and also has a line on housing.
That is correct, Your Honor. She has been working her case plan, although it is not completed. So I believe we can proceed to sentencing based upon that, but if she would like to continue it, I guess I would have no objection.
I'd just soon dismiss it.
It's my understanding that the recommendation was just jail time suspended with Ms. Osborne being placed on probation.
Do you want to do that, or you want to continue it?
Continue it, please.
Another month?
Please.
January 2nd? Are you available then?
Yes, Judge.
January 2nd for sentencing.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Aaron Sloan, case number CRA 23368 A and B. CRA 23-369, CRC 23-750, A and B.
All right, and we got a report from Mark now. Says she's compliant and is engaging in MAT. But it doesn't say you're finished, so I take it from this you're still,
Yeah, I'm still going through everything.
okay. So I think, because part of this was, you weren't gonna have to do the driver intervention program if you completed treatment, but you haven't completed yet, so.
Right.
Continue this also. Do you have a preference, Mr.?
I do not, Judge.
January 2nd, then the same date? January 2nd will be the next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Stephen Carmen, case number TRC 22-2038, A and B.
Mr. Stratton's case. Is that for sentencing? He had a good screen today, so that's already been done. And my notes I made today is sentencing, and I agreed that I would not impose jail time if he had a good report on his treatment.
Your Honor, that appears to be a good report. So,
State take any further position on this?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say, Mr. Stratton, or?
Your Honor, it says here, some progress, but the next line is, the client is engaged in treatment exceeding the hours currently recommended. So he's exceeded what they've required of him.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sentence him then.
Okay.
Anything you wish to say, Mr. Brown?
No, Your Honor.
It's a first. It was a high test score though. So I'll impose a $600 fine, order you pay the court costs, 6-month license suspension. Yeah, so that's over.
So you didn't have insurance.
Was there insurance on the vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have proof of that? Was it your vehicle or somebody else's?
Somebody else's. Mine was parked.
Yeah, the officer checked the box saying no proof of financial responsibility. So what that means is you'll get a suspension from the state that you can try to show them proof of insurance, but, so I'll give you a choice. We can delay sentence further, go get the proof of insurance, bring it to me, then I can just say, yeah, you had it. Or I can go ahead and sentence you. They're going to go ahead and be prepared, or we'll suspend you for no proof of insurance, and then you got to try to deal with the B&B and get it reinstated. So what do you prefer?
We'll come back one more time. That way you'll have your license. You'll have proof of insurance.
I'd rather get this over with.
Okay. Just rather get it over with today, Your Honor.
Okay.
You're probably tired of seeing me anyhow.
I'm sorry?
You're probably tired of seeing me anyhow.
I'm here regardless. It doesn't matter to me. But here's the only thing I would say. Have you ever tried to call the B&B?
No, Your Honor.
It's not easy. I mean, How many drivers are there in the state of Ohio? Millions. And even if a small percentage of them have a problem and they're calling in, guess what? It just rings busy all the time. So, I mean, I'm going to guess you got to call at least 20 times to get maybe once in to get to talk to somebody. But it's up to you. It is a problem dealing with them. They're hard to get a hold of, hard to deal with. So if you'd rather deal with them, that's fine. But I'm just giving you the option of coming back. But you got to come back with the proof that you had insurance on July 3rd of 2022. And that's what they're going to require too. It's just easier. I'm going to be 20 feet away from you there in Columbus. So getting with them and getting that proof to them is.
Now, I may have answered out of line there. Now, when I said insurance, I had insurance on my vehicle, I did.
Well,
now,
here's the way that works. If you have insurance in your name, that goes with you when you're driving somebody else's car with consent. So you could show that. Or you could show that they had insurance on that car, which was what, a Toyota, 1996 Toyota. If you got that card showing that Toyota was insured on July 3rd, anybody driving it with consent is covered. So you got two options. You can either show you have insurance in place, liability coverage in place on you, so that goes with you to the car, or show that the car was covered. So those are the two ways to show you were covered.
I could get that in just a few minutes if we could.
You think you can get it today?
Well, as soon as I walk outside.
Okay. Well, it's got to be July 3rd, 2022. You think you got a card that was in effect then?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have, your card out there is probably not going to show that date.
It might if you got an old card that shows, when you get a card that shows it's good from this date to this date. If you got the one that's got that date in it, then you're good.
Well, it would be up to date. It wouldn't be back to then.
Yeah, I got to have it for July 3rd, 2022. And if I pitched mine, so, but you can go, you have a local agent or you buy it off the internet?
Local.
Okay, you can go to your agent and say, give me something showing I was covered on July 3rd, 2022. They can give you proof of insurance and you can bring it in here. Or take it to the B&B.
Well, I could do that.
Let's set it for another sentencing date, Your Honor, give them a chance to get that.
Honestly, it's probably easier to come back. I know you think that's a pain in the hind end, come here and sit through all this, but you've never tried to do the B&B. I think it's worse.
Okay, Your Honor.
So let's delay sentencing again. When do you want to do it, Mr. Stratton?
Your Honor, we could do it in the next couple weeks. I mean, he'll be able to get that pretty soon.
Are you working, sir, or what is it? Okay. Why don't we do it, because from either the 2nd or the 16th are going to be off days and there's going to be less people here.
What days?
It'll be Tuesdays. Tuesday courts usually, there's less people.
What day did you say, Your Honor?
The 2nd or 16th of January.
Oh, yeah, the 2nd should be okay. The 2nd will be okay.
Okay, let's set it for January 2nd.
What would be the dates that I need to?
He just said the date. Put the date you need. What was
January
that?
2nd.
What was the date of the ticket there, Your Honor?
The day of the ticket is July 3rd, 2022.
That's what you need. July 3rd, 22.
It has to show either your name or the vehicle you were driving.
I could do that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
You're right.
State of Ohio recalls Lisa Ann Adams, case number CRA 23721, A and B.
Sorry. Your Honor, I think I may have resolved this already. I posted bond for her and her boyfriend on Friday. Her boyfriend, I noticed, had a court date for the 8th, and she had a court date for the 4th.
Oh, I think we did agree to change it.
And I raised that question. I think Doreen came back and asked you, and we moved them both to the 8th.
I saw one of her cases is scheduled for the 8th, and the other case is still for the 4th.
I'll just continue this one. 23/7/21 is continued to December 8th, which is this Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for pointing that out.
State of Ohio versus Vilma E. Gurgley, case number TRC 23-1297, A, B, C, and D.
Mr. Spires' case for sentencing.
Your Honor, we're here on sentencing on an OVI. However, our original intent was to go out a little bit further. She's in treatment. We were let her get some treatment under her belt and come back in. But then I realized that her car had been immobilized, and the immobilization period ended like the day before yesterday or so. So I had asked to have it set a little bit earlier so that we could get an order releasing our car. Ms. Waldo has signed such an order. I'm just like, if I could bring that forward.
Yes. I'll approve it.
And then I would assume you probably would like to set another date a little bit further out to further follow treatment.
And she's compliant so far then?
Yes, she's compliant.
Okay. Well, I think it had been set for January the 8th. You want to just keep that date?
I don't have that on my calendar, but let me make sure. Yeah, that date's fine, Your Honor.
All right, January 8th for sentencing
So,
will be the next
get down.
hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I need to get this stamped and get you a copy of it to get your car out.
State of Ohio versus Roger King Jr., case number CRA 23-143.
Your Honor, they did confirm that he is compliant, so are his drug screens, so I asked that they reach out to him to let him know that he had missed his court hearing and to come in here as soon as he can.
Okay. Are you here Friday?
I'm here Friday and Monday, Your Honor.
I think will he be in contact before Friday?
Should be. They were supposed to be calling him today, so.
All right. I'll put it on the docket for Friday. That's
All right.
on their hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. How many people we got left? Hold on.
State of Ohio versus Justin Stapleton, case number TRD 22-1021 A and B, TRD 21-95.
Your Honor, after he was in court earlier, he went back there and he did express his apologies for his actions, and I said he didn't really mean to be disrespectful.
All right. And you accepted his apology?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. Are you paying anything on your fines today?
I can, Your Honor, but I had to get that stuff for community service credit back first. I will have to verify that, Your Honor, because it was done at the school, and I don't know if it was before they could accept it.
Why would you have to get that straightened out before you pay something on the fine?
Well, with me being back here, I haven't been able to make a payment, but I'm be glad to make one when I get out here.
How much?
$50.
All right, put you down for 50. So see the clerk to make that payment. I'll set your next hearing for January 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At 9 a.m. You're welcome. You can be released.
State of Ohio versus Talon E. Rourke, case number TRC 23-211 A and B.
Okay, did you come prepared to pay down your fines today?
I can.
And how much are you prepared to pay?
How much do I owe on my fines?
$845.
Okay, I paid 50.
I've only paid $50 up to this point from an ODI that you had in March. That's all you've done. So I need a commitment from you to do a couple days of community service in the next 2 weeks. Are you working? You said you were working, right? Okay, well, you need to go and tell your boss, I gotta go work community service this Saturday,
Yes, sir.
or I'm gonna go to jail. Okay, so I'm putting you down for being here Saturday, which is the 9th, and then the 16th. And if he doesn't show up, then I want you to tell me, and I'll remember it at the next hearing.
Well, what time will that be?
7:30 a.m. I'm going to set your next review hearing February 2nd, so that's quite a while. That's Groundhog's Day, so don't forget it. You got to be here at 9 o'clock, unless you finish everything. If you finish your fines and costs, community service, and you got to go to the driver intervention program too. Yeah. It's on right here on your entry.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Major told me that they don't have to look any times anymore.
Portsmouth is the closest one. We can give you the information for that. You can go to any program that's approved by the state of Ohio. You don't have to go to one in Portsmouth, but it just happens to be the closest one. There's, in the big cities, there's probably several in each city. Okay, February 2nd, 9 o'clock, your next hearing. Get out here and do your community service as you promised you were going to do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You are. Okay, and we have a trial now.
State of Ohio versus Selena J. Moore, case number CRB 23629.
Okay, and Ms. Moore, you don't have a lawyer?
No.
Okay. But you still want to have a trial on the case?
Yeah.
All right, state ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can pull up a chair and have a seat there at the council table. Do you have a witness to call?
Yes, Deputy Riley.
Deputy, if you will approach the witness stand, raise your right hand. I'll swear again. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So help you God. You may be seated.
Deputy Riley, if you can give me your name and who you're employed for the record.
Anthony Riley, Morris County Sheriff's Office.
And how long have you been employed there?
A little over 4 years.
And were you on duty on October 5th of this year?
Yes.
And did you have reason to come in contact with Selena Moore?
Yes.
And just tell me how you came into contact with Miss Moore on October 5th.
We got a call about a dog running at large in the neighborhood of Ernest Trailer Park.
Where is Ernie's Trailer Park located?
There's 3 different sections of the trailer park. It's 8029 County Road 107 in Proctorville.
Okay, here in Lawrence County, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay, and tell me what you found upon arriving there that day.
There was a witness that showed me a video of the defendant's dog at large, barking and trying to bite people.
Okay, did you see the dog?
I did on the video.
Okay, and then did you speak with Miss Moore?
Vaguely.
Okay. Did she say the dog was hers that you had seen in the video?
Yes, she said the dog was hers, but the dog had not been outside all day.
Okay, but the video you're saying showed that the dog was outside on that day?
Right.
Okay. Do you know if any problems were caused by the dog being out?
Other than barking at people, no.
Okay, so you're not aware of anybody being injured or anything?
No.
Is there any other contact you had with either Miss Moore or anybody else at the trailer park other than what you've described here today?
Since that day?
Yes.
No.
Okay. And she was just cited with her dogs running a large then, is that
Yes.
correct? And can you explain that charge? I mean, is,
Basically, if you have an animal or a dog, it has to be on a leash whenever it's outside. The dog is not on a leash.
okay, and based upon your viewing of this video, you believe that the Miss Moore's dog was not on a leash on October 5th, is that correct? Oh, any other questions?
All right, Ms. Moore, you have the right to ask questions of the witness if you wish. Do you have any questions you want to ask? No? I see you shaking your head. You may sit down, thank you.
I don't have any other witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Moore, do you want to call any witnesses on your behalf or testify yourself? You're not required to, but you can if you wish.
I mean, I have witnesses that my dog was in the cage that day, but I didn't know I was supposed to bring them, so they're not here.
Is that me? I'm her mother.
Besides my mom.
I'm her mother, and the day before, I talked to
Do you want to call your mom as a witness?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, if you come up to the witness stand, I'll swear you in.
Right here.
Where the officer had been sitting. So before you sit down, please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You may have a seat.
Hi.
Please state your name
My name's Lisa Moore.
and you're
Selena.
Selena's mother.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you want me to know about this incident with the dog.
Okay, the day before, the officer spoke to my daughter. There was another officer that came to the house and had me put up the dog, which I did. We put her in a cage. We was not allowed to bring her out without a leash. We knew that. That's the reason. We know that she was inside in the cage when this was supposed to go on. Now, there is two other dogs that look just like ours, but I don't know which one it was on the video because I didn't see the video. But I know for a fact that the dog was in the cage that day because we had to take her out on the leash. Because there was an officer that told us to lock her up. So,
Okay. Do you have any other questions you want to ask? Anything else you want to tell me?
no, that's about it. I just wanted to make sure, you know, there's two different officers to talk to.
Do you know the name of the other officer?
Yeah, I can't remember.
All right. Ms. Waldo, do you have a question you want to cross?
Just briefly, the officer you're saying that you spoke with was there the day before this day?
Yes.
For the same issue?
For my dog, yes. The first day I would say was my dog was outside because she was outside. I couldn't tell which of the three was there, but I know the day that I heard she talked to him, I know for a fact that the dog was in the house because we was prior supposed to put her in the cage and not take her out without a leash.
Okay, do you live with Miss Moore?
Yes.
Okay, so were you there all day on October 5th?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying that the dog had not been outside on that day?
Well, on a leash it has, but we had it on a leash, yes.
Okay.
Because the officer told us we had to, I mean, it was so yeah. Because we couldn't figure out which exact dog was barking or whatever. And like I said, I didn't see the video, so I didn't know.
Okay. I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
You may sit down, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Moore, do you have any other witnesses you want to call or any, you want to testify yourself? Okay. Anything else from the state? All right, I'm going to, find you not guilty because the state has to prove this beyond a reasonable doubt. It sounds like your dog was out off the leash on October the 4th, but probably not on October the 5th. So hopefully you now know that you have to confine the dog. Actually, you can have it out if there's a fence or some other way to confine it, but you got to keep dogs on your own property. You can't let them run in the street or on other people's property. So I'm going to trust, and I don't see there's been any other complaints filed, that this won't happen anymore. So I will dismiss it. You're free to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Court's adjourned.
I'm trying to get.